comment from the Next Level Sportscast. Shout out to you, brother.
Who did?
Lloyd.
Wait, hold on. Where?
He's in my chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out.
Okay. Nope. He said, "Yeah, at work, but tuning in with you, Drew." Oh, okay. So he's on your channel.
Yeah. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it.
Breaking news. I talk too much.
Let's keep it copacetic.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it copacetic.
Yeah.
But back to the wedding though. It's a beautiful thing when you marry your best friend, somebody that was with you through the thickest of things and everything. I'm a married man. You know, my wife is upstairs and yeah, you see Smitty, but you know, a lot of people like Tiff is in here too. On Twitter, we also seen Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
That's right. Trotter Jr. got married too. Yeah,
so he got married. So it's a lot of positivity going around, and I said this on my live earlier, but it's a lot of positivity going around since the dark cloud got out of that building. I mean, I know stuff was already lined up, but at the same time, like, you know, we gotta keep that going into the season. You know, I'm happy that, you know, Smitty and his wedding happened. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. his wedding happened. Now, you know, we got a month. Get back to it. Get back to the grind and do what we need to do. But at the same time, like, look, you know, like y'all both said, AJ was there. Seen videos there. We seen Jalen Hurts there. Yes, they probably wasn't a part of the wedding, but I don't think nobody stood up there at the ceremony. I think it was just them two. But it's going to make good conversation because a lot of people are going to try to make it something that it's not. And you just got to be ready for
Leo,
that.
And
let me know.
Why I wanted to
let me know when I can say something.
Got you. That's exactly why I want to make sure I keep the when we're talking about it, I want to keep it, like you said, copacetic. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, AJ was there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was there pretty much, it seemed to me. And the most important thing was that was Smitty's day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It made me happy to see him so happy. Because the last time I saw him like that was at the Super Bowl.
Sideline, him and Jalen.
Yeah, when he was talking to Jalen. You know what I'm saying? So, as someone like you said, DV, who's done the same thing, you know, I'm the most I want to say about it is just that I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for Jeremiah Trotter Jr. You know what I'm saying? These guys are doing the smart thing. You know, so I think, you know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
What a crock of bullshit.
Positive vibes going. You know what I'm saying? You know,
and you know, let me just bring this up too. Like, it's a beautiful thing, man. Look, when my bride walked through those doors in that dress, man.
What a crock of bullshit.
What happened?
Say what now?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's happening? What's going on? What happened,
I
Bobby?
just want to keep it real. That's all.
Bobby must be like, are you on the delay again, Bobby?
You can tell me when it's my time to talk. So I don't want to talk to nobody.
Okay, we got you, bro. Now,
go ahead, Bobby.
You wait.
I'm sorry.
Leo, go ahead.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Bobby.
Go ahead, man. Get it out.
Where the hose at?
Not here.
Shit, man.
We don't have
Fuck
hoes here.
these bitches, man. Fuck these. Listen, we ain't got millions. We can't play the role and put off that fancy wedding like they did, right? We can't give them that 4-carat, 10-carat diamond ring, right? Fuck these bitches, man.
Whoa.
Here's what I.
I'm gonna have to.
Listen, I'm just keeping it real.
On that one,
Why can't we keep it real?
I gotta go on
You
that.
mad at me?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't mad at you, but I gotta go.
Listen, each your own. Each your own.
Wait,
Bobby.
If you guys are happily married, I'm happy for you.
But Bobby,
where the hell?
Bobby, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of those read the room type of situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. You gotta read it.
Like, if you think about it, Nobody was on that tip until you introduced it.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm
what's
saying?
wrong with that? Sometimes you got to rattle the cage.
Good night, Logan. Good night, y'all.
Nah. Good night, Lord. Fells, man. Take it easy, bro.
Yeah.
Fells, you all right though,
I'll
bro?
talk to you. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It was just that I can't co-sign that shit, man.
No,
We
Yeah.
got
not
bird
at all.
section
Not at
queens,
all.
man. We ain't on
Yeah.
no
Not
bitch shit.
not at all. Not at all,
I
man.
And let
understand you
me
want to
just
speak your
All right, I'm
mind and
out.
whatnot, but I can't
yeah.
put
You talking about
my
me,
name
Phil?
on that.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
Bobby,
talking about
listen.
how we got bird section queens in our chat and our
Yeah,
building that
and
be watching.
I wanted to address
And
that. You
I
know, we
feel
have
as though it's kind of disrespectful to them
it
ladies,
very
Okay.
much so.
those ladies.
Yeah.
You know
Though
what I
and
mean?
some of
So
not just
I'm not
ladies,
taking their
wives and mothers.
opinion
I
away.
just want you to, Bobby. I just want you to be aware of when you start talking that way, how you change the entire environment of the
Yeah.
room. And
That's my intention. That's my intention.
But that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But
Somebody needs to change the environment of the room.
okay.
Bobby, that's
Then
For what though?
here's what I will tell you. If that was what your decision, you made a decision for the bird section that neither any of us made. That's not
Right.
that's not how we roll here.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like if you want the controversy and all that stuff, that's wonderful. It just won't be played out here. 'Cause
Well,
we don't-
I'm just going to do my own thing.
there you go. That's
There you
exactly
go.
what you should do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if I decided to come to your environment, you know what I'm saying, then I have
And
to
you guys are
abide.
always welcome there in
Say that
my
again?
environment.
Right.
I welcome anybody in my environment.
But
Yeah,
Bobby, like,
I
We
do too.
appreciate that. We appreciate
But the
Yeah.
thing about it is that
You know what I
everyone
mean?
is welcome.
Yeah.
When
I just have a different opinion of my experiences and my work.
but
I
this is
don't
the
live in-
bird section.
I don't
Yeah,
live in fantasy
your
land.
world. Your world, Bobby, that's
Yeah,
the key word.
this is
Your
the-
world.
I don't live in fantasy land.
I don't want you to. But what I don't want you doing is
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Bro,
I
what
don't
we
want-
doing here, bro?
that's not what we're talking about, Bobby. What we're talking
Yeah.
about is the way you are moving, the way you are going about it here on the bird section. It's not the way
All
we
right, Tiff. I
Yeah,
won't
it's
bounce. I
disrespectful,
won't
man.
bounce, Tiff.
It's
All right,
disrespectful,
fellas.
Drew.
very,
Really?
It is. It
very
is.
disrespectful.
And I'm gonna tell you why, Bobby. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you why. You got mothers in here, you have daughters in here,
Yes.
you have wives in here. Okay. And you know, we have to respect.
And they're not all
We have to
hoes.
respect women.
No,
I mean,
you're right.
if that's how you want to refer to them, that's your business. But us men here, like I have a wife, I have nieces, I have a son who I teach to respect women because that's what he sees me do. So we can't relegate women to be to be degraded by that word. It's very degrading. It's very disrespectful.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree. All right, so I need to
I don't want Bobby to change. I just know where my standards are, and I don't rock like that.
Right.
That's
It's
all
not
I'm
even
saying.
about.
I'm
It's
not
not
changing nobody.
Can I just say this though? Can I just say this?
Wait a minute. Hold on, Bobby. Let him talk. Go ahead.
In my own defense?
Go ahead.
No. Because what bothered me about the whole situation is that I was sitting up there spewing black love and how he looked happy and everything. And I talked about my wife and everything like that. And then you just came on and just said,
"Fuck these
F them bees."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, what are we really doing? And then like Fells calls some type of way. Fells is like me. I would have just
I
dipped, but I'm like,
apologize.
no. Because I'm not on here for Bobby. I'm on here because I mess with the bird section. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm popping shit, man. That's what I'm doing.
I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing, but at the same time, just like Leo said, you got to read the room. Like we weren't even on that type of time.
And blessed,
when I was watching,
hold on, Bobby. Pause. Blessed by God, if you still here, Mama.
Thank you, bro.
We apologize. We
Yeah.
apologize. You know, because no woman deserves to be talked to or just
absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
Bobby, I gotta
they heard me
I
had
gotta
it
put
back.
you on timeout tonight, man.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
disrespectful.
put you on. I gotta put you on
You
timeout
know,
tonight, bro.
Yes, I mean
That's
sometimes you just gotta stand on business, man. I don't rock like
well,
that.
where
Yeah.
we are, like the
yeah,
thing is
Y'all
we
about to
spent.
bounce.
But fellas, at the end of the day, fellas, like it's six of us on the panel right now. Like it shouldn't have even lingered that long. You feel me?
I
That's what I was
agree.
about to
It
Like
say.
shouldn't.
we should be talking about something else right now. Like he should
Right.
have
Yeah,
been
Right.
removed off and us talking about something else. Like
We
you were
tried.
talking about, bro. Talk about the wedding and we can move on to that
yeah,
because now we taking away from people watching us right now. So
exactly.
Exactly,
let's
and that's the
let's not
part
harp
that
on it.
We can't tolerate
yeah,
that. We
that's the
can't
part
tolerate
that
Right.
Bobby was missing. It's like Bobby, you're
Yeah,
killing my channel when you start talking like that. People
yeah.
don't come
It's
here to
But
hear.
disrespectful.
let him talk like that. Let him get his own channel and talk like that. We don't have time
Yeah,
for all that, bro.
That's
Like
what
Drew's
we're
got
Right.
his channel on here. You got yours,
Right.
Leo. I got mine
exactly.
linked on here. Like
That's not
we
cool.
we ain't rolling like that. He can go find something else to do that on. We don't have time for that, bro.
Yeah,
Bobby done lost his damn mind. What the fuck?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gene. Yeah, look,
I'm not offended. I'm not offended by nothing Bobby said, but it's a time and place for everything. They was just talking about how happy everybody was just getting married. Then
right.
Drew started talking about him and his wife, and then that shit came out of left field in the middle
Yeah,
of Drew talking about him and his wife.
no,
Because
with King
because
Like,
DV.
come
I'm down here.
on, man.
I'm down here.
Don't skip
Fellas,
steps.
fellas. I feel everything that you're saying, but
I ain't
if
against
like
nothing what Bobby
my
said. He
wife,
got freedom of speech, but I'm saying,
right?
like,
It's
fuck
all
that,
freedom
man.
of
I don't
speech,
give a
but at the
fuck what
same
y'all talking
time,
about. Y'all rock with
at the
that
same
shit, y'all
time,
rock with that shit. I don't.
right,
I just
right.
feel like we giving it legs now, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we
I
might as well
agree.
move forward.
I just did like
We giving it
I
legs.
just
You
like
got it.
how it moved after I said what I said because my wife watched all my videos back. So it's like, oh, you rock with this shit,
Exactly.
like she would say that to me. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that wasn't a good look. So we need to move on because I feel like that it needs to be more about the birds and what the hell we're going to be talking about and
Yeah,
everybody else's opinion because we got to get back to that.
that came out of that. That's some. He needs some therapy. He needs some. He need to work that out. So
Well,
yeah, let's move that on, bro.
yeah. Now going back to what we originally was talking about in terms of like the way the team is moving. I got him on here twice. No, okay.
Oh,
No, I thought I had Fells on here twice.
I
Okay,
think he dropped.
Oh
I think
no.
he dropped and came
dropped.
back.
Yeah, he dropped for a second.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fells, can you hear everybody?
Yeah, I could hear
Okay.
everybody.
All right. So anyway, so look, let's talk about like what are y'all thinking about the way things are shaping up. Everybody's under contract. You know, talking about the defense. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this is shaping up to be yeah, done, dude. I did it, Drew. I just got you.
what'd you say?
Yeah, I just got your message. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I love how at this point, listening to what Zach Bond had to say about Vic's defense this year, like he's taking it to the next level. Wait a minute, there's another level to this deep. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I told y'all, man. I
Oh,
told y'all, man.
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna
Drew,
be
remember
crazy,
when I
fellas.
said that, Drew? I said this the year he gonna implement all them little blitzes and stuff. He gonna
oh
turn it
yeah,
up, switch it
Yeah, you
around
did. Yep.
because he gotta change it up. He said his layers to this thing. And they were just too young. Just their third season for most of the
yep.
defenses, their third season under Fangio. So now he can definitely start. I was excited about how excited Zach Bourne was when he was like, "Yeah, I can't wait." So I'm good. Like I knew this defense was going to be crazy, though. It's just about the season coming in and who we going to end up having to cut.
Yeah,
That's the only
we
part I
got
Yeah,
don't
like
like.
our
yeah,
defense got better. Our defense at the end of the
yeah.
day
Yeah,
got better, and we had a what? What would y'all give Adoree Jackson? Like a C plus, B minus type cornerback. Now we go from that to a minus, maybe B plus corner now. So we upgrade that area.
Master
We got
Evil.
Grenard, so that's really just an addition. We didn't we used
Right.
Jalen Phillips, but I don't count Jalen Phillips as part of the team. I'm sorry, fellas. Like he didn't
Okay.
play a full season with us. So
Yeah,
like
he did.
I don't count him. So we got an addition bringing in Gennard, and then what's the one dude from the Atlanta Falcons?
Oh,
BDK.
Yeah,
uh,
BDK. Yeah, we got a
BDK.
BDK. So yeah, so we looking good, fellas, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just curious to see what this defense gonna look like. That's all.
yeah, well, I just want to know what the next level is that Zach was talking about.
Yeah.
I think the
We
next
gonna
level
have to
is
Well,
going
wait.
to be.
it only is gonna level up when you think about it because now you got Clint Hurt has had 3 full years
Yep.
with this defensive line. Same thing with the linebacker coach, secondary coach. Like we got Casper. He's been with the team, so he's following whatever Vic needs him to do. So these players are
Yep.
only gonna get better.
Yeah,
Like the game is slowing down for them at this point. So the
yeah. I
fact
think
that it's slowing down, things are gonna be happening. I do like Trotter Jr. coming in. I think he's gonna get some
Right.
more reps. I think that's gonna be good.
yep.
Um,
Yep.
I would like to see Ty Robinson try to step up and
Yeah.
be that replacement when
Yeah.
Yeah.
Njomo leaves. That's what I would like
Yeah.
to see.
I
Yeah.
think we can
And
see
I
that
want to see
from
Campbell
Eagles
come back. I
defense.
want to
Yeah,
see Campbell come back too.
I
Jihad.
think
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jihad.
I
I
want
think
to
the
see
next
if how he
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
he
I
already
want to
got the
see
number
how
11 right now.
Yeah, he took the number
yeah,
11. I think the next
but
evolution is you're going to see, players like Quinyon and
who
Dejean, and you see
in
these
that
guys
front.
really like fall fully into the concept, and I think they'll be on one mind in terms of what Fangio as what he wants to see and how this defense evolves. I don't think we really look. I'm not saying Crosby wouldn't be like a decent addition, but I really don't want Crosby. I
But
like what we have. I like the additions. I
Yeah, I
like
don't want
that we
Crosby
have.
either.
We don't really need Crosby. I like what we have in the depth, and we send waves at you. I think Nolan Smith, has it. If he can bounce back and play like he was that Super Bowl year, it's going the Eagles defense is going to be a problem, man. It's going to be a problem. Good
yeah,
luck on scoring points. Good luck.
the depth
Yeah,
behind Carter.
and they
Oh,
pissed
oh, we'll
because
talk
of how
about
last year went. No, my bad. Read that, John Leo. My
the
bad.
depth behind Carter and Davis is Morrow, Jomo, Ty Robinson, Byron Young, and two other dudes. That's what Forrest Hill
Hmm.
said.
Right.
I'm just reading some of these comments. Byron Young is the guy to watch at defensive tackle. He had 2.5 sacks.
Yeah, he's nice.
37
Yeah.
backup. That's the
Yeah,
backup.
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
The Eagles' depth we have depth like on the line, D tackle. There's depth, edge. There's depth. It's so much, man. It's
Right.
they coming to you in waves.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Right.
There's depth.
Bobby,
they
go
talking
sleep
about
that.
smart money.
Go sleep that monkey oil off, man. Go sleep it
Hey,
off.
Dr. J.
Yeah, go
Salute,
sleep it off.
Master Eagle.
Yeah, Bobby,
Hey,
you
Dr.
are
J, what's happening?
Doctor.
Here's
What's
the
up,
thing.
Doc?
Yeah, Bobby good.
We
It's
keep
just that
we,
that wasn't the time and place, yo. That's it.
we keep skipping over the elephant in the
What's up?
room, man. Like
Go ahead, TJ.
What's up?
we do we keep skipping
JC.
over the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense, even though I played JV quarterback. I played some cornerback. But I am more on the defensive side, and all this is stemming up to Jalen Carter. We need to know what we have in Jalen Carter. Now he's going into his 4th season. He only had 13 sacks in his whole career. He had hella pressures, but at the same
Bro, this
time,
is third season.
no, this is 4th season. He's going into his 4th season.
He's going into his 4th season. Yeah,
We got him. We got him the beginning of the
Yes,
2023
you're right.
season.
You're right. I'm sorry.
yeah. He's
I'm
going
sorry.
into
You're right.
he's going into year 4.
Yeah.
He's going into year
Yeah.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
year
going into
four.
So when
Right.
people talk about, and I'm gonna just like lay out the whole foundation of what I talked about on my channel, but when people talk about Jeffrey Simmons getting paid out and getting 100 million guaranteed and all that, yeah, he's coming off of 11 sack season on a losing team. Whereas though the team that we have, Howie Roseman already have something planned out. Like, hey, I already gave up CJ Gardner Johnson. I already gave up a 35-year-old Darius Slay. I didn't even resign somebody that we had faith of because we signed him when he was going through his suspension in Isaiah Rodgers.
Yep.
It's so many things that you got to look into with that. Now we have this Jalen Carter conversation going on in this off season because it's a dead part of the off season. 1, 2. Drew Rosenhaus is his agent. Like I'm on record saying that I don't trust Drew Rosenhaus. Not the fact that he's a bad agent, it's the simple fact that I know that he's not going to make it easier for Howie Roseman to, be able to sign him because he's going to look at that Jeffrey Simmons contract and be like, hey, we want $35 million a year. Or we want the same type of situation where, like I said, he's on a losing team, whereas though we already have a plan. Well, not we, but Howie Roseman has a plan in place to, hey, I'm gonna sign him, and then I'm gonna sign Coop. I'm gonna sign Q. You gotta sign Coop. Coop. What was he? A second or third round pick?
Second.
Yeah, Coop was a second round pick.
But now he's playing like two different positions, and if he's solidified in both of those positions, you gotta pay him. You have to, but you also gotta pay Q. You have to pay these guys that's already in your arsenal because you draft well. That's the gift and the curse of the Eagles draft.
You got that extra year though.
Yeah, but also King DV. Think about it like this. Think of like I see what you're saying. We can pay Jalen Carter, Q, and Coop. Look at the people that are leaving. Like a Jomo, we will let walk. Like we're letting a Jomo walk. Zach Bond is probably not going to be here after this year. Yep. Like we know Tariq Woolen's going to be leaving soon. Like we have pieces that will be leaving to open up that room to be able to pay them. Like that's the only thing that's why it doesn't really bother me. And then with the whole paying Jalen Carter, do y'all really think we wouldn't pay him, but we back away from the Michael Parsons trade where they wanted Jalen Carter and this Myles Garrett trade where they wanted Jalen Carter? Like there would be no reason to back out of those if they're asking for him. Like we would have just gave him up. Like, think about that. Tells you a lot about how the Rams looked at Verse.
Right. Yeah. Right. I understand. I understand what you're saying, Warren. But here's what I said on my channel. Right. So yes, I'm in agreement with you. We turned down Michael Parsons because they was asking. Well, Jerry Jones was asking for Jalen Carter. We turned down the Browns when they was rumored to ask for Jalen Carter. Yes.
And that's just what we know.
Did you? Right. That's what we know. But did you ever think that? Is it because of they didn't want to get rid of Jalen Carter? Because there's rumors that there's hesitancy from the Eagles organization because of the antics on the sideline or on the field, antics where the spit gate happened. You had the joint where he's going back and forth with Nick Sirianni, and then Clint Hurt has to hold him back. He's basically going at it. So it was a game. It was a game that he missed a quarter of the game because of the practice. Something that happened in practice, and they basically set him down for the whole quarter last season. Like certain things like that plays a major part in the Eagles organization. 1, 2. What I'm saying is that when you have a guy like Jalen Carter, yes, the Eagles took a big gamble with him. Period. That's just facts. We picked the first round, not the 9th pick. We moved up to go get him, and then on top of that, we like no to this team, no to that team, and then trade because we still believed in this guy. But the antics plays a part. 1, 2. Who's to say that the guys that was up for a trade that the Eagles were interested in, the Myles Garretts and the Michael Parsons, who's to say that what didn't stop them was Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons didn't want to do what the Eagles or Howie Roseman normally does, and that's push the bulk of the salary to the back end. Who's to say that's not the case?
I just want to say this one more time, just so that we're clear, because I keep seeing it coming up in the chat. So let me just straighten this out right now, one time and one time only. Bobby, you didn't tell any truth about football. Your truth was rooted in
Your personal experiences.
Yeah, fuck these bitches. I wouldn't pay them. I wouldn't give them 10-carat gold rings. I wouldn't pay these bitches.
He said all that.
Yeah,
Damn.
AJ wasn't.
We can't
AJ,
keep.
I didn't see AJ in the video at the wedding. It had like all the truth that you were trying to bring was no truth at all about football. It had everything to do with your disdain for
women,
for these guys, for women, and for these guys getting married and what you wouldn't pay them. That's why I kicked you out of the thing. Had nothing to do with football. You know what I'm saying? If you want to tell the truth about football, you always have our attention. But when you start disrespecting women and then turn around and telling everybody in the chat that you were just telling the truth about women,
yeah,
bro.
I think he's just
rock
trying
with
to
that.
get you. I think he's just trying to throw you off, Leo.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the first that
yeah.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah,
bro.
he
That's
just
not
trying
cool.
to he just trying to get you out of pocket.
He wild, dude.
But going to what you saying, we had Chauncey Gardner Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like was worse than Jalen Carter?
probably neck and neck, if anything.
No. I don't think it's neck and neck. Here's why. We didn't draft CJ Gardner Johnson.
right.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, yes, we took, like I said earlier, we took a gamble with him because he started falling. He was supposed to be one of the best players in that draft to the point where he was supposed to go top 3, and we got him at 9 behind who everybody wanted us to get, because I remember that year, Philly 500, all of them, they were sitting up there saying, oh, B. John Robinson, and he came here for an interview. I'm like, no, we're going to get Jalen Carter.
Right.
We're going to get Jalen Carter. And that's what happened. And they have so much hope in his potential to the point where that's what we're going to be paying for. You know, that's just being realistic. We can't sit up there and think that, okay, we know what Jalen Carter does for the team.
Yeah.
Draw a double team.
Right.
Make sure that the back end on a defensive end gets that sack or get that pressure to be able to disrupt the quarterback. We know what he does, but Aaron Donald gave him that praise that, hey, he's next up. He's the next me, basically.
Right.
This is what other teams are seeing. And it's not a coincidence that his name keeps getting brought up in trade rumors when we are interested in one of the top tier edge rushers, because they see the potential in him. Period. But again, the antics on the field, and then also he already alluded to it too, where opposing team offensive line will sit up there and talk about the incident that happened before he got drafted, and that would tick him off. You know what I'm saying? So it's that you got to control your emotions, know that your team needs you, and he addressed it, and he said that basically he had a conversation with the Eagles organization, and you know he knows how important he is to this team going forward. That won't happen again, and that was after the Spitgate situation.
Okay. Did we lose Warren?
Yeah, I think he'll be back.
That's when my audio had dropped because of Warren.
You know, I agree with like the comparison with JC and CJ GJ. You know, he wasn't drafted here, but if you look at the potential in terms of investment, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like the Eagles looking to invest, hundreds of millions of dollars in this young man, and so it's like, hey, look, there's a bit of pause. Like, look, are you going to make the right decisions? Are you in a situation where you're going to do something stupid or do something? Are you going to hurt the team? And so that's a cause for pause. I do think they're going to eventually get him signed. I do think they're going to do it, but I think they're just making a statement to him saying, hey, look, if we're going to invest, then we need you not only just to take the money, but we need to see some maturity. We need to see you grow up and do like, what Jordan Davis just showed you. He stepped up and he's now in a leadership type of position now. I can see him with the C on his chest. So we need to see you take that same leap. So if they don't get him signed this year, I don't have an issue with it, because you still have that extra year to say, okay, look, you show us, boom, you get paid just like JD did. Right. I think they'll pay him, but I think there is cause for pause there, and rightfully so on his behavior. He has to grow up. It's time to grow up now.
Well, I'll say this. One thing that I feel like is this is whenever there's concern, whenever there's a concern on whether we should or shouldn't pay a player, there's a process that I think that they do. And the example I'm going to use is Jordan Davis. When Jordan Davis became eligible for a contract, there was calls for pause. And what they did was they said, okay, we're going to exercise your 5th-year option the same way they said to Jalen Carter. But with Jordan Davis, they was like, we're gonna exercise your 5th-year option, and then let's see how you do in your 4th year. And Jordan Davis came back each year. He came back in tip-top shape and became and balled out. So what I'm thinking is taking that and applying it to Jalen Carter. Okay, Jalen, you want to get paid? Okay, we're exercising your 5th-year option. Show us what you got. Show us how you've moved on and matured in your 4th year, which is this season coming up. And the same way, much in the same way that we did with Jordan Davis, we'll fuck around and end up paying Jalen Carter, and we'll pay him now only because 2-3 years from now it'll have been we'll look cheap. It'll look like it was a smart move. Same thing with the Titans with Jeffrey Simmons. You know what I'm saying? The next couple of years, the defensive tackle position is that price is going to go up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not, I'm not that risk adverse that I don't see that I don't have mechanisms in place so that if I need another filter process to decide whether or not I am or am not going to pay this guy, it'll be let me see what he had. Let me see what he shows me at the end of his 4th year, because we got him sold up for the next 2 seasons anyway.
Right.
Yeah. And to add to that, like, look at who his defensive line coach is. I'm pretty sure when they make these decisions, like you said, they reaching out to Clint Hurt and they say, what do you really think about Jalen Carter?
Mm-hmm.
And this is my personal opinion, fellas. You don't win championships with choir boys. So we need that edge. Like, at the end of the day, what Saquon told them at that Saints game, they scared of you. That's why they double team you. Like, you that guy. Like, that's a real thing, bro. Like, we need somebody that is gonna be that edge. Like, that's our Draymond Green. When you think about it, like we need that. I think we become a softer defense taking him away. That's my honest to God opinion. Like, we become a softer defense taking him away. And
here's my thing. Here's my thing, though. I don't want to cut nobody off, but here's my thing. I want to backtrack. So yes, we know Jordan Davis, the situation that happened. We picked up his 5th-year option. That 4th year, he came balled out. That was probably the biggest bright spot of last season. Jordan Davis, the block punt, and everything, the way he balled out. That was amazing. Right. But the fact that not only did you see your brother hustle, because you've been with him since Georgia, right? You seen your brother hustle. That should put you in a different mindset. But then you also seen him at the press conference talk about him just getting extended.
Yep,
that's motivation. Right. On top of that, even if the rumors aren't true, are true. Let's say they are true, that he was a part of all those packages for these edge rushers, these top tier edge rushers, and Howie Roseman said no. And now you coming off of 2 shoulder injuries, whereas though that you had surgery, and then we seen you like working out on the sideline in the mandatory minicamp OTAs, and then also We seen video of you, you know, in the weight room. We really need to see him play. I'm all for it. I'm on record saying that yes, as great as we know that Jalen Carter can be, I'm on record saying that hey, we need to see him be that person that we know that he can be.
Right.
Put all that energy, that anger or whatever he got to do onto the field, and let's play ball. And in the middle of the season, whatever like that, hey, let's extend him. If not, if Howie Roseman, because he don't never really do that, but if he wants to wait until the end of the season to extend him and all that, we could do that just like we did Jordan Davis. But we can't sit up here and think Jalen Carter is worth 35. We can't 35 a year. We can't say that right now due to injury,
Right.
and then due to also, and it's not fault to him. That's just football.
Right.
But you can't fault that. But he's not worth the 35 that Jeffrey Simmons just got. I got him in the 28 to 30 range right now. But we need to see a lot more from Jalen Carter before, you know, and I'm on record saying that he's going to get signed. I think regardless of who his agent is and Drew Rosenhaus and all that, I feel like that he's still going to get signed. But it's just the matter of when, and that got some Eagles fans worried.
So do you want to see? So you're kind of just on the side where you want him to work for it. Like, just don't give it to him early. Let him work for it. After he works for it, then give it to him.
Warren, because like I said earlier, Aaron Donald co-signed him. Yep. A lot of these players co-signed him. They know what we got in him. Michael Parsons co-signed him, everything like that. But in the 3 years, he's going into his fourth year, and in 3 years, he only has 13 sacks.
Yeah, yes, but we all know defensive tackles, it takes them a while though.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
They ain't gonna jump off the page like that.
No, they're not going to jump off the page. They're not going to jump off the page. And
well, your average D tackle, it take them like what 2-3 years to really kind of hit their stride.
Well, not with the Philadelphia Eagles. With the Philadelphia Eagles, it normally takes 3 to 4.
Yeah, but are you counting that 2023 season where we had what's his name? Desai? Like, I think Jalen Carter was impactful that 2023 season, but he didn't have a Clint Hurt there as the disciplinarian to kind of like get him back in line.
That's the argument. Yeah, but that's the argument. The argument is coaching at that point, right? But then, you know, we all had that argument about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had Nick Sirianni / Brian Johnson one year. He also just had Kevin Patullo. So now we're sitting up there anxious to see how the offense look. You know what I'm saying? Because we expect great things out of Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts did nothing as a Eagle starter but win. Now we talking about Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was drafted to be that anchor on defense. He's probably one, maybe two best defensive players that we got right now. So that's basically what I hold him to a higher standard, because I expect more out of him.
No. I feel that. I definitely I see exactly what you mean. Yeah. But when you look around the league, there's linemen, there's defensive linemen like what's his name, Pierce. You got Pierce going through something. You got Nolan just got arrested for like speeding. Like, when you think about it, everything that you're talking about has been on the field things. He hasn't done anything on the outside of the field that we know about that will make us be hesitant about paying him. Like, these are on the field, like, quick reactions that he's doing. Like, I'm not condoning it, but at the end of the day, like, it's not nothing outside the field that he's doing that makes you question him.
Right.
Not outside the field.
Like the Puka Nacua thing. Like, Puka, do you think the Rams are going to pay Puka?
Most likely, because Puka out here in
I can't worry about. I can't worry about Puka Nacua, because
but that's what I'm saying though. If the Rams are willing to pay Puka, why can't we pay Jalen Carter?
But it's a different situation. But I get into that. I want Drew to say his what he got to say.
I just wanted to give this perspective, right? and just to kind of just put it out there. It's not
Hey,
that I want it.
real quick, Drew.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Rob A, check your inbox.
Rob.
I sent you the link. Check
What's
your
up,
inbox.
Rob? Hey, get on up here,
Hey,
brother.
TB, have you ever met Rob A?
No.
Really?
Solid. Yeah, Rob A.
No, I
solid.
never
bro.
did.
Oh shit!
That's the
Yo,
first time I ever seen his name in
really?
the comment
Rob A.
section
solid,
and
bro.
anywhere because I always like popping in to other people live stream, so I never seen him.
Oh, yo,
Yeah,
Rob A,
Rob
you
A.
gotta
Okay,
come here.
okay.
Yo,
Yeah, come on
hey,
up,
tell him
Rob.
Bells, that's a treat. If
Mm-hmm.
he comes in here,
Yeah, Rob A.
this is-
solid.
and you know what the treat will be? The treat will be having Rob A, Warren, and King DV at the bird section. That would be the treat for everybody. Trust me.
Facts.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
But let me just say this real quick
they
on
all
terms of
bird fans. They all bird
Oh, yeah.
fans.
Yeah. Go ahead, Drew.
like, okay. One thing that the Eagles do and have done for years is develop defensive tackles. Right? All the way
Mhm.
back from, dang, I just lost his
Real
what's
quick.
up?
Reggie White Day.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Rob A is in
Rob,
the
what's up,
building.
brother?
What up,
Yeah,
Rob?
what up?
What's
What
up,
up?
fam? What's going on?
What's
Hey,
going on,
listen,
brother?
it is a pleasure to introduce you to King DV. King DV, please meet Rob A. You know what I'm saying?
Nice to
My
meet you,
pleasure,
brother.
brother.
You know,
Nice to meet you,
Rob A.
brother.
solid.
now all we need is 80 to come up in here, and it's a wrap. We own the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We own the night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
80,
sir.
if you in here, let me know. I'll drop the link for you to get in here, man. For real.
But
go
I think
ahead.
I saw him earlier.
yeah, like Fletcher, we developed Fletcher, and we can go on for days, right? And that's something that the Eagles we do well is that we do develop defensive tackles. We have a keen eye for that. And I'm not saying that I don't want Carter, but I'm saying if it does get to a point where where it does get nasty or whatever, we have to make a decision. I have trust in the Birds that they can replenish, maybe not the same talent, but bring in, other players to replenish that, because I'm looking at it like this. If it does get nasty, I hope that it doesn't. I don't think that it will. But then I would love if we can get, because I heard somebody say you won't get 2 number ones for Carter. I don't agree with that. I think you can, or at least a first and a third. But then I'm looking at, would you sign? Let's say if it goes awry, I'm looking to sign Reek Williams. I'm looking to sign Coop. I'm looking to sign Quinyon to keep that aspect of the defense together. You know what I mean? And bring in some of the talent on defensive tackle. Maybe you can bring in Moro or Jomo on the low. And still your defense is that is still solidified. No, it's not JC. I get it, and I do believe I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out there, right? I think the Eagles will sign JC, but I do have confidence just looking at the past history, starting with Fletcher, Murrow, the name that was the kid that we had on the Super Bowl who went to New England. I mean, the names
Milton Williams.
Milton Williams. It just go. The Eagles have that keen eye to where we can bring in that talent.
Yeah.
Rob, what are your thoughts on Jalen Carter and everything going into a contract year? I liken it to his fourth year being the same as Jordan Davis's fourth year. Prove it. Show us that we exercise your 5th year option. Jordan had to come back in shape and be a 3-down defensive tackle. Jalen Carter has to show us a more maturity in production.
Exactly.
You know
What
what I'm
you
saying?
just said, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
And he gets his 4th year to do that.
Right. So I mean, I agree with you on that. I think
I think what it comes down to is maturity. He's got to go out there, prove it. He's got to play. Can't look like he's taking plays off. First and foremost, he's got to be healthy, right? I mean, those shoulders got to be healed up. And if they're healed up, I have utmost confidence he's going to go in there and dominate like he did not just last year, but the year prior. I mean, he was a fucking game wrecker for us. I mean, if he didn't play the way he did in that Rams game in the playoffs, we wouldn't have went to the Super Bowl. That's just
That's true.
keeping
Yep.
it
Took that game
100.
over.
He
Yep.
took that game over, and those 2 plays at the end of the game to sack Stafford and then to rattle him the next play, we would not be in the Super Bowl if it wouldn't be for that. But if he could go out there with that same intensity and that same discipline and that same hunger to prove it, then I think we need to pay him. We need to pay him. He's too good of talent just to let go. I understand that if we get rid of him, probably get a 1 and a 3, maybe a 1 and a 2. We'll free up some money to, spread it around to Coop, to Quinyon, to Ajomo. But at the same time, man, I don't know if we let this kind of talent go because we know what he could do. And these D tackles, although we do a good job at bringing in, these D tackles and developing them and all that, and, Hargrave to, to Fletch, Milton Williams and all that, they don't grow on fucking trees. And I don't want to take it for granted that, oh, it's all right. Jomo will do what Carter could do, or it's all right. We could draft another Carter because they don't grow on trees, man. And so I think he's got to go out, prove it, and mature up a little bit. And if he does, then we got to pay him.
I couldn't have said it any. I'm sorry, Leo. But
No, go ahead.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Like I said, I'm all for him playing out this 4th year, trying to see where he is. 2 shoulder injuries that he's coming off of. On top of that, seeing the maturity, like you said, just making sure that we know what type of player that he is, and like we took a risk getting him at 9th in that draft. I feel like that we know his potential, and then all the cosigns and everything like that. They know what but it was so easy to trigger him on the field. Like he alluded to somebody talking about the incident before he got drafted on an offensive line that he was going against. He basically allowed that to persuade him to get kicked out the game, the first game of the season last season. So it's so much to deal with. Yeah, I know that it's not all off-field situations, but at the same time, like I said before, the difference between him, like a CJ Gardner-Johnson and all that, it's more so that we drafted him with the hopes that he could become that game record for us, and he has been in certain instances. But like I said, the contract that we think that he deserves is not there for me yet because of the injuries, because of not so much of the antics and all that, because I always think that you need a dog. You need that rowdy person on defense, and we don't have anybody right now. Quinyon is the quiet dog, and he's not going to really he'll draw at the wide receiver that he's guarding, but he's not going to really get the team riled up. Zach Bond is a nice guy, so he's not really going to do that, but he's going to hit and he's going to make sure he's covering. But JC is that guy that's basically
he's a goon.
That dog, yeah. And that's what we were missing in the back end, and that's why a lot of people was like, CJ Gardner-Johnson, we need him back. We need him back. And we think that Andrew Makuba could be that, but again, it's question marks there because Andrew Makuba, he was injured sometimes. When he was healthy, he was missing in action. I think that his best play was a drop from Travis Kelce that turned into an interception.
The KC game, that KC game.
That was it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, going back to Jalen Carter, I think that Jalen Carter just have something. I ain't gonna say a lot, but he has some things to prove to me, to the point where I feel like that, because right now I'm at 28 to 30 million because I know the price tag goes up every single year. I don't think that he deserves that 35 million yet because he hasn't really shown me. He only has 13 sacks in 3 seasons. He's going into his 4th season. And I know that defensive tackles, it takes a while for them to start building up and all that. And he was going through injuries, but at the same time, if I'm Hobby Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm invest this money into Jalen Carter, I need to see how he does his 4th season before I even do that and pull the plug. And his mindset need to be clear because he, like I said, he seen his boy get paid. He seen the hard work that he put in. He seen that this is a business at the end of the day, and he seen the loyalty that the Eagles had for him being in trades and all that. All that has to play a factor besides his agent bugging in his ear and saying, "Hey, you possibly need to hold out, or you possibly need to ask for a little bit more." You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. But I think that he at the end of the day, I think that he will sign. It's just all about how the structure of the contract goes, because it could be light at the beginning of that extension, and then at the end it'd probably be the bulk of the salary cap. Yeah.
Yep.
And this
That was
is
well said.
generational money, guys. This is
Yeah,
generational money.
generational for
So
sure.
you gotta like you have to understand, that he's setting his family up for generations. So like you guys said, it's time to grow up. It's time to show up, and get yourself set up, and and you looking at generational wealth for the rest of your life.
And one thing that King DV said, that I totally agree with, and I want to piggyback off of that, is just the fact that we invested in him by trading up to get him. So we knew he came in with some baggage, but we still took a leap of faith and brought him in anyway. The thing he's got to realize is that unlike the Dallas Cowboys fucking around with tagging people, and I can guarantee you next year Pickens will get tagged again or traded, because they ain't going to pay him. They're not going to pay him $40-something million, because that's Dallas Cowboys. They operate that way. So we don't, though. Jalen's got to know, Carter's got to know that if he goes and performs, he's going to get paid, because we don't play those games like they do in Dallas. He's going to get paid. So, he just got to, come in, no distractions, mature up, heal up, and just go in there and be a game wrecker. And Rob, if he does that, it's a wrap. He's going to get paid, because that's how we handle business.
Rob, we don't even use the franchise.
Heck, we don't. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, all you got to do is just ball out this year, just like you did. And you saw what happened with your boy.
Right.
He got 70-something million, almost $80 million. You know what I'm saying?
And he knows he's going to get paid more than Davis anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was crazy. It was crazy going off of what Drew said. That we are known of building up defensive tackles and everything like that. This is why a lot of people, because we were thinking about how the Eagles have the cards in their hands, and with the Jalen Carter situation. Number one, you can sit up there. You can sit up there and say, okay, well, you don't want to sign, you want to hold out, or whatever like that. Whatever the case may be, because I don't think he's going to hold out. But okay, we're gonna extend Amaro Jomo, but I think Amaro Jomo is going to walk. Period. Because I feel like I feel like right. He's going to walk. Period. He's going to walk. Period. Because that, think about it. He already was a part of a Super Bowl winning team. He already got a ring. Yeah. Now what's all left for him is, hey, let me see if I can do it somewhere else. Try to get more snaps. And just like Milton Williams.
I was just going to say that, just like Milton.
Right. Yeah.
Milton's
and
the same
Hargrave.
exact thing.
And Javon Hargrave.
Right.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. So it's always it's a never ending cycle with these offensive tackles on the Eagles. Now you got to think. We talked about Clint Hurt and how Jalen Carter has that bond with him.
Right.
Hey, Vic said that he only got a couple more years left, and then he probably complimenting hey, I'm about to retire. Clint Hurt probably up next because he's been in this situation.
Right. Yep.
So now
he's already number two. They identified him as the number two already, and you know why they did that, right? So that they could deny requests for for interviews.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
For lateral moves, there has to be something higher in order for them to get an interview.
Yeah, because I already thought because going, and I don't mean to jab at the Cowboys, but I heard Cowboys content creators and fans and my family, because I got some Cowboys fans in my family. They alluded to Christian Parker being the savior for that defense, and I'm sitting here no, but I'm saying that, hey, Christian Parker was great for us. Don't get me wrong. He developed the hell out of Coop and Q, and then they also had other teachers in Darius Slay being a veteran, and then also dare I say, James Bradbury did play a little part of the growth of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
AJ is Snitty too.
Yeah,
And-
I was going to say
and-
I've heard his name. The name that I hear comes up the most is Slay. But
Slay,
I've
I was going to say big play.
I've heard Slay's name come up, and it's not just with the other defensive players, but like Smitty says something too.
Yep,
Like they
Smitty,
talk about how much Darius
his
Slay
rookie
helped
year.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
taught them how to be professionals, how
Yeah.
to actually watch film, how to all that stuff. So, and I also heard James Bradbury's name come up a lot, especially
Yeah.
especially was it not last year before? Yeah, the year before.
Year before. Right.
Yeah, the Super Bowl year where we won.
Mhm.
But he wasn't. He was what they put him on the practice squad or some shit like that.
Yeah,
He
on
was a
practice
backup, but he's sitting in the film room with them too.
Yep, and that's
No.
yep.
What happened was, remember, you talk about James Bradbury, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
we're hearing
So
how
what
he-
happened? What happened was James Bradbury was trying to find his way on the team. So they tried to get him and Avonte Maddox to play safety,
Right.
and they both was like weak there, right? And then
Right.
James Bradbury got
Mhm.
hurt.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Right.
never on like he was injured. So he was like, and when the Eagles after that was having like lunch after practice and stuff like that, like he was in that little dark corner, like, hey, if you want to learn something from me being a vet, and I had some experiences and all that, and they took on that.
I was
And
gonna say guys took advantage of that. Yup, you're right.
like James Bradbury would really be a good secondary coach, like a defensive back coach. He would be, because you see, like I seen videos with him with Q when Q used to wear number 30, and I seen things where as though that the techniques and all that, I seen James Bradbury be that, and he found his niche, and he probably started out at the collegiate round. Like I wouldn't be shocked if James Bradbury is the defensive back coach for a college team. I would never be shocked at that, because of what he did with these two guys. Think about it. Coop set up there and was hurt, and he really didn't practice that much that year. And for him to be sped up by not
he didn't
only
come in until week 5,
Christian Parker, but James Bradbury, Darius Slay, Vontae Maddox is a vet too, even though he had some injury issues too. But he's a vet. He's seen some things in the league. He probably taught him a thing or two. That's what I'm saying. The collective. That's why, and that's no pun intended, by the way. But the collective. But but that's why, and I gotta throw this in here because that's one of my favorite Eagles of all time. But that's why I feel like BG needs to come back for another year.
That veteran presence.
Oh yeah. I agree.
To help to be the on-field coach. You know what I'm saying? Much like how Jason Kelsey was. You know what I'm saying? Passing it down or whatnot. And real quick, shout out to Low Eagle who just showed up on the panel.
What up?
You got the Dewey on. You got the Dewey.
Yeah, I know, right? I saw that.
You got the Dewey on.
Trying to get a seasick out here, man.
What's going on, Lo?
What's good, family, man? It's been a minute, though. It's been a minute, but yeah, what's good? I'm happy to be here, man. What is born? I'm happy to get Drew,
what up, fam?
Leo, everybody doing here. Rob A, I've been watching you, listening to you talk. Warren, you know what's good. King DV, I ain't never, chatted up with you, but
that's cool.
I'm glad you're a part of the good side.
We here now, bro. We here.
Hey, everybody, if you haven't done so already, so right now there are 3 channels you need to be going over to. Just make sure you're subscribed to the Bird section, King DV Sports, and Eagle. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 Eagles. The Eagles Apologists, and then you got the Eagles Collective Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Again, the best part about it is you will be better after you leave than when you got here on all those channels. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you find Rob A out there on somebody's channel, fucking stop. Rob A is a channel surfer stopper. You know what I'm saying? If you were channel surfing, going through these different channels, if you saw Rob A on the channel, you're gonna stop. because you know he gonna bring the fire. He gonna give it to whoever it is he giving it to. Both Eagle and Cowboy fans alike. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
No
you.
doubt, man. No, I appreciate you. And
It's
please,
true,
y'all,
man. It's true,
hit
Rob.
those like buttons. You know, that's our tip jars. Hit those like buttons. Let's get them up. Let's get these subs up. I want everybody's numbers to go up. We got shit to do this year, y'all. We about to talk.
I just plugged in. What we talking about? What the conversation going on?
Oh, we're going over the fact that Jalen Carter is going into his 4th year, so it's more like the same thing with Jordan Davis, a prove-it year. You got some things to overcome with the injuries and maturity issues that cause pause that say, okay, you know what? We've exercised your 5th year option already. So use this use this 4th year as a ball out and get paid like Jordan Davis did. Remember how Jordan Davis came back slim and in shape and able to stay on the field, and then he got his bag. Same thing with it. Looks like things are set up the same way for JC too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the things that he has to overcome, like you remember the spitting issue and all that shit, and then of course the surgeries on both shoulders. So we just need to see you healthy. Like, are you healthy from that? Are you going to be impactful? You know what I'm saying? All those things are what he has a whole year this season to answer. And then if those questions are answered, in a way that we find acceptable, or desirable, then yeah, pay him. You know what I'm saying? Which it looks like it's probably going to be.
I think they're going to pay him.
He definitely got to answer no questions, because of the fact of the matter is, I mean, you got to be honest. When it comes to Q, I mean, he's a stand-up guy. He do what he did. He kind of like Jalen Hurts on the defensive side of the ball, to be honest with me.
Yeah.
He just don't say shit.
Same demeanor. He's just quiet. Just does his
Great
thing.
He just focus on football.
He don't cause no problems. He don't
Great
say nothing. The
comparison.
same thing like
Smitty
what
the
you call
same
it?
way.
What is his name?
Yeah, Smitty is the same way.
Yeah, Coop the same way. He don't really do nothing besides the podcast. They fighting whites and stuff like that. They still got it going on, even though Blankenship on another team. But they young guys. They got their head in the field, and they know what they need to get done and what's going to get them their bag. Jalen Carter, he just gotta keep his mind focused. I'm pretty sure, the Georgia Bulldogs and everything. I'm pretty sure everybody talking, still with him, N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis. Everybody still talking and stuff like that. They know he need to get right, and I'm pretty sure as a man, you saw him. I forgot what it was that he did something, an event or something like that. They were talking to him. He know he got to get things done right and everything like that. And I'm pretty sure, Javi Rhodes, not even Javi Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie is talking to him too, because at the end of the day, they want to see you be great. I want you to make sure that I'm spending my money on something that look good. And I want you to know that if you looking good, I'm gonna spend my money on you.
Yeah.
And he know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So all that talk about him getting traded and all this stuff, I put that underneath the bed, man, because that's a young
just talk
star.
for people to pass time.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's another narrative, another little short story you can find on YouTube, 10 minutes, and you can go ahead and watch it. Don't mean nothing. So, I believe in my team. I believe in my players. I believe in the organization. I believe that the players going to do what they need to do. All that talk about Jalen Carter getting traded and all that craziness, put that to bed, man. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, shout out to my man Marcus Blackman is in the chat. What up, Marcus?
What's up,
Marcus?
Congratulations, man. It's going to be a fun summer in New York this year, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
New York is lit.
Yeah, I got some people I need to go see. I got a reason to go into the city now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to, this summer and being able to go and enjoy some of the festivities with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. In comparison to, and we've done this a few times, but I want to really, I got Rob A, I got DV here. I want to, really want to hear y'all, what y'all think. But in comparison to the Rams defense, you know what I'm saying? Player for player, how do you feel, we stack up in comparison?
We got the lineup somewhere?
They're not better than our defense.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Because I don't even know all the players on the Rams. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
hold you.
Right. I
Yeah,
think on
yeah.
linebackers we got them. I think in secondary we got them.
I think we got him at
Clearly they
D-line.
got Miles Garrett, but they got a good interior tackle. But I think player for player, they're not as talented. They have probably the most talented player in Miles, but we have the most
Yeah,
talented defense in its entirety.
I agree. I don't
And then
think
Yeah,
beyond that, I
I
think
agree with that, Rob.
our rotation is better as well.
right.
Once we start bringing in Jalix Hunt, Ojomo, and Nolan Smith as far as like all part of the rotation, I think that we have a better defense and just have the best player.
Right.
Do we know where they ranked last year? And I know it was last
The
year.
Rams?
Yeah, where? Because I know we were top 5, if I'm not mistaken. But where did they rank as a defense as a whole?
Let me look it up.
I got a question for everybody on the panel
Go
while
ahead,
we
Phelps.
waiting, right? We're pretty much, since we're staying on the defensive side of the ball, we're pretty much okay with the cornerback positions. We're okay with the safety, the line, the front seven and stuff like that, right? But when you look at injury wise, nobody has any concerns if Makuba and Campbell will actually stay healthy. And do y'all have faith in the backups in those positions if they go down?
Concern,
No.
yes, but concern, yes, but for a linebacker, I'm less concerned. Safety, I have some concerns because at linebacker we still have you got Smile Munden, you got Trotter, you got the other kid, the undrafted free agent they got from Alabama, who they say had a really good off season. So linebacker, I'm not concerned. Safety, I might be a big concern if Andrew goes down. We got Epps, we got Michael. What's Michael? Why am I say Michael Jackson? It's
Mark.
Michael Carter.
Carter, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Michael Carter. Now after Carter, I don't know. I mean, the kid was Newski, but I mean, he's a rookie. When I'm not going to put that type of. I'm not.
I think he has. I think he has. I think he has a lot of potential. I think
He does have.
He does, but not right now. Not right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a Dallas and put.
Yeah, but we're talking about third, fourth, in the depth. I'm not talking about a starter in Dallas that's supposed to have all this, but you know what I mean? It's like that's a reach on how they do it.
Ed
so
Reed.
right.
Yeah,
Ed
safety,
Reed just got drafted in Dallas.
I would say safety would be my biggest concern. I'm not really concerned anywhere else.
There you go.
Okay.
So the Rams were ranked 17th in defense, and the Eagles were ranked 13th in defense.
Total?
Okay.
Yeah, and all total, all season.
Okay.
They're just
So
a regular
roughly-
season.
And can you guys see that the projected?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at the roster too, and they got the best defensive player in football.
Planet.
In football, right?
So did the Browns.
Now, like Tiffany sis said one thing, and I agree with. If they would have kept somehow, someway in the trade, would have kept Jared Verse on that squad.
Oh man,
that wasn't
different.
That wasn't
Exactly.
Then I'll be like, yeah, they
better.
got us. But
Yeah.
looking at it and everything like that, like I'm not really scared. Like they got Cam Curl, they got Cameron Kinches. I like him. Trip McDuffie, he's not the same, but backing him up is Emmanuel Forbes. You know, we already know what type of time he on. It's not really too many guys. Byron Young. It's not too many guys that really like scare me on there. Like, yes, we looking at it on paper and we looking at it on the screen and everything like that. But think about it. What happens when somebody like, yo, we got this person? Oh, I'm about to ball. These guys can show they can show up. Like that's why like I'm not a fan of on paper they look good or anything like that, or who else they got besides Myles Garrett and Trent McDuffie and the hot names. They're gonna show up because Myles Garrett is on the squad. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna be top-notch defense because we don't know that yet. But at the same time, I think that they're going to play extra hard because they got Myles Garrett on the squad.
Right.
I feel the same way on our defense too, because they got something to prove as well, because they're trying to get paid.
I was gonna say,
Right.
yeah, and we already broke that down. Like, you know how many, like, you realize how many guys we just got finished talking about, how many people, and again, this is just looking at my screen. Look at that that projected starting defense. How many guys on that defense is looking for a bag this year?
That separation from the Rams to the Eagles is really the secondary. When you get to that
And
secondary, that's where
linebackers.
that's where we like separate with them. So like
Right.
like
Don't
you
get
got
us
Tariq
wrong. We're
Woolen,
not
and
saying
Tariq
that the
Woolen
Rams.
knows the Rams, bro. Like he was
Right.
in their division, so
Right.
he knows the Rams. Like
Right.
he
Don't
knows
get
how
us
to play
wrong. We're
them.
not saying
I
that the
actually kind of
Rams
think we're
suck.
looking at this the wrong way, and I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, they
Okay.
Is
good. That's a
because
good
I don't
defense.
care. I don't want to rank our defense against their defense. What I want to do is look at this defense and say, you know what? I feel good about it because I got a left and right tackle that can handle this. These guys on the edge.
On the
I
offensive
Offense.
side.
right.
Offense side.
I'm
That's right.
focusing more on my offensive line. Saying,
Right.
okay, they got a good front four up front on defense on that line, but so do we. If healthy,
Right.
our guys, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
And
You
we're
know,
taking away the
I understand
predictability
what
too,
you.
Rob, with our
Right.
offense.
right.
Like
I
our offense isn't
understand.
going to be as predictable as it's been the last 3
Exactly.
years. Nobody
Right.
truly knows what this offense is going to
With
look
this.
like. Not even the
Yeah.
players themselves.
That's why I hate this narrative coming from Dallas fans of saying like Christian Parker knows where the bodies are buried and this and that. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a whole new
Yeah, that's
offense.
crazy, Rob. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's some stupid talk because it's a whole new offense. So I don't understand this narrative as far as he knows where the bodies are buried. He knows how their offense is ran.
Oh,
It's not
he
the same
knows
offense,
Jalen though. He knows Jalen.
right?
Like, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
I'm not
It's-
worried about the Rams. I think we have their number. I don't think Miles is going to be that much of a difference maker for us to worry about the Rams. I feel good about our team. I think that we're going to beat them again this year in regular season. I think the Rams are good. I'm not saying they're not good, but I just don't think matchups matter, and I don't think they match up well against Philly.
Facts.
No, I
Nah, they
agree
don't.
with
They
you on
don't. They
that,
don't.
Rob.
I'll just say this real quick. I don't think they gonna match up with us really because honestly, you gotta understand. They say they got Myles Garrett. Okay, yeah, you got Myles Garrett, right? And he replaced Verse. Okay, cool. Myles Garrett went up against one of our the most best offensive linemen we got, Lane Johnson.
Right.
And what did he do with Lane Johnson? Like, okay, you could say you got a Shatari army coming to us, but guess what? We got a Hawk. So go ahead and do whatever you got to do. We don't got to give help the way other teams got to give help to defend him.
Exactly.
We can put Lane Johnson out there, but then if you give him help, Myles Garrett is out the game pretty much because Lane Johnson already proved he could take him one-on-one. So maybe they might dominate other teams when it comes to their offensive line, but when it comes to us, we already have that pedigree to go ahead and say, okay, once again, he's on another team, another logo, but yet he's still going against my man that take him on solo.
Exactly.
So let's go.
But low, he's going to get help. In the West Coast offense, who do they use to scrub on the edges? They use the tight end. So Lane will get help. Mulata
That's
will
what Lane
get
said
help.
he likes the most about the new offense.
You understand this? So not only that's going to help preserve Lane, because he doesn't have to take one guy. And I'm not saying every play, but on certain plays, you will see the tight end come and help double up on Miles.
Well, isn't that the reason they went out and got Johnny Munt in the first place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why they went out and got Johnny Munt from Jacksonville because he's just a tight end. He's a blocker. I mean, that's what he does. You don't have hands, but he's just like an athletic lineman is what he is.
Yep. Because
I'm just saying that the fact that we have the offensive lineman that could take on Myles Garrett by himself because he proved it before.
On either side.
We're one of the few that has that offensive lineman. We have that luxury of throwing Lane on the island and say, hey, you go handle him.
Yeah.
and you know, and that's a luxury. I mean, I'm not worried about the Rams.
And here's the
No,
key.
Yeah,
no, no.
they're not a threat with me either. I'm right there
He's
with you,
playing
bro.
out of position. He's going from playing and listen, I'm not. Please don't get it twisted. He's coming from playing in a 4-3 scheme, which he's used to playing a 3-4 scheme, right?
Right.
So now, guess what? He may be in an upright position. They may say, okay, just rush the quarterback. But guess what? I don't care what you say. An edge rusher's part of his game is to defend the edges. You have to defend the edges.
Right.
So while you rushing the quarterback, and we pulling the guard, and we sending the guard in a fullback to take you out of the play, that's going to hurt you. So that to me, our biggest question is the offensive line. If that offensive line rests, if they're back on point, man, Eagles, the sky's the limit.
That's the answer for all this, honestly, on the offensive
sky's
side.
the limit, bro.
That's our success for our whole season because we already know what we have on defense.
That's the main question that we
Our season relies on the offensive line. Bottom line.
That's it.
How many weeks do y'all think we need to see the offensive line perform for us to say, okay, we're good?
The first 3 games.
Four.
I say 4 or 5.
I give it 4.
A month. The first month.
I give it 4. I give it 4 because I don't even know. In previous years, we haven't seen our starters have a snap in preseason or anything. So I'm gonna give it 4 because those first 3 games you got what the Commanders. I forgot the other 2 games.
We got the Commanders, the Titans, Commanders,
Jaguars,
Titans, Rams,
London.
Bears.
There you go, Rob. That's for you, Rob A.
So yeah, we got the Rams. So that's going to be the where are we at early in the season, and then what adjustments do we need?
That's
to
week
really
4,
make?
right? I think that's week 4.
That's why I said 4. That's why I say 4 weeks because those first 3 weeks is going to be the starting lineup. That's going to be
that
preseason.
Yep.
And then we could get into the mix with a team that is going to challenge us in an NFC 4 position in the playoffs. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. On top of they got Myles Garrett and all that. So now you got Lane Johnson. Yeah, he up there in age and all that. And yeah, he's gonna need that help because he didn't have it majority or if not all his career. And then he's gonna need that help.
You say he's excited he's gonna get it this year.
Yeah,
right.
he's excited about it. I think if this team doesn't play in the preseason, I look at it as they're seeing what they want to see, and they know what they're capable of doing, and they're not going to show it.
I agree.
Like going into the season, like if everything is looking the way they want it to, we're not going to see them play this preseason.
I think so too.
We normally don't anyway.
It's different this season only because Charmaine has the full keys to the whole situation.
Yeah, he's like Vic Fangio on the other side.
Right, but when Kellen Moore came here, yes, we seen some of the things of the schemes that he did, and Doug Nussmeier had Jalen Hurts equipped to what Kellen Moore is looking for, but Kellen Moore also dabbled into some of the stuff that Nick Sirianni wanted to do. I'm looking forward to Charmaine not even looking to Nick Sirianni and doing what he's doing. What he's doing with the Josh Grizzards and the Chris Cooper, Cupper, whatever his name is. I'm looking forward to that.
So you do want to see them in a preseason? Is that what you're saying?
I do want them to have at least
like a
series or two.
A series
or two.
A series.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're gonna need that because at the end of the day, like I said, I told everybody on my channel that I'm gonna go to the open practice. I'm gonna see what it's looking like and everything like that. Yeah, I'm going to the open practice. I missed last year, but this year I'm gonna go to the open practice. I want to see how everything is looking and all that. But if I feel like it still needs some, because this is different for Jalen Hurts. Let's just be honest. I'm not saying that he can't do it because I'm a believer of Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, I feel like that all his career, Nick Sirianni was there, and he had some type of say so. Besides, probably Well, he probably had some say so with the Shane Steichen situation as well. But at the same time, now you're talking about implementing under center a lot. Now you're talking about getting guys that can separate. Finally, you know what I'm saying? Because Arthur Judas, I call him Arthur Judas, by the way. But
Yeah,
Arthur Judas,
yeah.
he
Oh wow, I got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I call him
slow,
that.
but I got it. I got it.
But towards his end of his Eagles tenure, he had issues because remember that one year that we got bounced in the first round before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Bucs.
Before the Super Bowl, he got hurt and then he needed his knee drained. Then coming into that season,
when Smitty killed it.
He needed his knee drained. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That now we're banking on the Mekhi Lemons. We're banking on the Eli Stowers to try to get those mismatches in the middle of the field, or even try to confuse to like I'm foreseeing everything with the Hollywood Browns and everything like that. So hey, confuse the underneath, take them over the top. If they play over the top, we could kill them with the yards with Mekhi Lemon and all them. Like I'm foreseeing it, and that's why I'm saying that it wouldn't shock me if Jalen Hurts would have like a 4,000 yard season without
utilize every option he has instead of just focusing on one or two.
Right.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I think the thing is that it's addition by subtraction when we got rid of AJ. Is that he's not Jalen can play more freely now, just saying, hey, I'm just getting into the open guy, as opposed to feeding AJ just to appease the masses, So to me, I think I expect a better season out of Jalen. I think he'll have more turnovers than he did last year because I think he'll be a little bit more aggressive. But I could live with that if he's going to be more aggressive, get it over the middle, take some chances instead of being so focused on turnovers and protecting the ball and that philosophy that we're 42-1 when we win the turnover battle bullshit, because that costed us a couple games last year in Dallas when we were up 21 and then we just blew it because we just didn't want to take any chances. We had too many games like that. We need to spread this ball out, and I expect Jalen to have a good season.
Yeah,
I expect us to struggle the first at least 3-4 weeks, just because we're trying to get all the kinks out. We're trying to get it right. So I expect us to somewhat struggle and try to get it right. So
I think we're going to run the ball more the first couple of weeks just to get our timing down on that offensive line. I think that will open up the passing game. I think we need to go back to our identity. I think our identity is to run the ball, and I think if we could get back to running the ball, it'll open up the offense.
I just want to go ahead and say this real quick. My only thing is, right, if Jalen Hurts won't be throwing the ball, because I trust him and I truly believe, within the past years, he's not trying to turn the ball over, So he's going to make sure he protect the ball. My thing is, at this point right now, like when Devontae Smith came into the league as our number one, if Devontae go down, I believe that it's going to be hard for us to win games if the running game is not working. It's going to be hard because who's going to be your number one? It's going to be hard. So
I think we'll focus on the. I think we're going to focus on the tight ends more. If Devontae goes down, and it depends when he goes down. As far as, God forbid, hopefully don't. But if he goes down, hopefully it's within the first, 6-7 weeks before the trade deadline. Because we know Howie being Howie is. If it happens earlier in the season, he's going to fucking go get us another weapon.
Lane said something's supposed to be happening this week. Lane said something.
Yeah, he did.
So you're right, Low Eagle. You're right. Absolutely. Devontae can't go down. We can't afford to lose him. But if it does, hopefully it's earlier in the season where we know how we will address the issue.
Just imagine if we in a playoff game. We in a playoff game. Devontae go down in the playoff game. It's like now we ran off.
See, that's different. That's different. But I feel like that you gotta have a plan B, and the plan B is to utilize your expensive ass running back and Saquon Barkley to be that dual threat. On top of having that dual that double set tight end
personnel.
playbook,
11,
and you
11,
got
12
personnel.
you gotta switch to that, because if you don't, then you're relying on Octavian Wicks. And look, I got a lot of upside from this kid. He got a lot of confidence. He's been working this whole spring and all that, and this whole off season. I'm trying to see what he could do in his training camp, the joint practices, what I'll see on open practice, so I can see if he is a legit wide receiver 2 on the outside or whatever he's going to be, because I think Mekhi Lemon is going to start, but he's going to be more of the slot. And I think he's going to be more that gadget guy. You know, he's going to be the Wes Walker and
We
all
need
that for
one of
us
those.
for down. But you do need to really know what you have beyond Devontae Smith. I do agree, because Devontae Smith, think about it, like he did gain muscle.
I agree. 803 Hitman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He did gain a lot of muscle, but at the same time, Smitty is still a skinny Batman, and we should know that, you know, any type of hit that can happen can rattle him for a play 2, maybe take him out for the game, and then he come back the next game and he's not 100%. It's football at the end of the day, so you really need to, you know, have a backup for Smitty and somebody to step up. And we got a lot of dogs and people that want to prove it. So, you know, that's what we're banking on this year. And this is what gets us all excited, because you got the Tavian Wicks. The Green Bay Packers fan base was like, hey, yo, y'all got one. And I'm mad that we gave him up. And then you got some people saying, oh, he drops a lot of important balls and all that. But then you got Mekhi Lemon. People are saying, oh, he don't drop passes and all that. But they like, oh, how is he going to go from the collegiate stage to the NFL? Right. But you heard Smitty, like, you know, they just had a whole video of Smitty talking about some, hey, when I went from college to the NFL, the game slowed down for me. How do we know that's not going to happen for Mekhi Lemon? You know what I'm saying? So
it's speculation. We just gotta wait and see at the end of the day. I mean,
it's all a waiting game, and they understand the type of situation they're in too, with Wicks, Hollywood Brown, and Elijah Moore. Like they playing for another deal. Like they playing to get signed by somebody.
Yeah.
So,
and they got that NFL experience already. You know, that's the thing, is that we're deep at wide receiver. That's a good problem to have. You know, and we got 2 damn good tight ends. Yeah, so we had 2 damn good tight ends. You know, so I mean, to me, it's just like how we address the issues that we needed to. I like the Stowers pick a lot. I think he's going to be featured quite a bit, because I think we're going to eventually start phasing out Dallas and start featuring Stowers. You know, as the season progresses.
Man, don't forget about that unrestricted free agent too, Rob. What is his name?
You're talking about Elijah something?
No, the tight end.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the tight end, the one that came from
the big dude.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, the one that came from Ole Miss.
Dude,
but that's if he makes the team.
Now here's what's interesting too. There's also some notable undrafted free agents that we got on our team going into the season too, and it's like, yo, like, you know, like, are y'all? Is everybody paying attention to the 90? You know what I'm saying? The 90, like you realize the caliber of players we're bringing into camp this year. This is turning out like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but doesn't this feel like more like or DV? One of y'all tell me, is this like more like shaping up to be a iron versus iron sharpening iron type of camp already?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Daquan Wright. You're talking about Daquan Wright.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Well, we know about the defensive end, but the offensive end.
I agree with you, Leo.
We don't know anything that, like, I know Vic say, hey, I don't care how much money you make or anything like that. I'm putting the best people out on the field. I don't know if that's the same tactic with Sean Mann. I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna see.
We're going, and you know, I think let me follow up with what Low Eagle was saying. I think the key, like we said, is the offensive line. I don't need Jalen to throw for over 4,000.
Right.
I mean, if he do, great. But here's the winning success for me. If the O-line is intact, and as a collective, the running back room rushes for over 2,000 yards. So let's say we get 2,200 yards. You know, like Saquon gets 13, 10 get like 7. Collectively, the running back room could rush for over 2,000, and we got, you know, Jalen at 35. I'm cool with that because guess what? What opens up the play action? It's the run game.
Yeah.
So if we're punching it down your throat, run game, and hit you with the play action, Hollywood Brown is killing you in the middle, Lemon killing you in the middle, Stowers, Goddard. You know what I mean? And here's another misnomer. I don't know if you guys saw Philly on Dan Sillyho, his channel. He shot himself in the foot, right? And this is something that Gate City Sports brought up too. Jalen Hurts up the middle, his passer rating is like 120.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
That
was a dumbass take because they're making it like if he can't do it, but his rating was high. Like
his passer rating is like 120, 123, and throwing it in the middle.
Right.
It's like, what do you just shot? You just did a cheddar bob. You shot yourself in the leg.
Drew,
he can do
it. The reason why he said that though, like Dan Sillyho, whatever you called him, whatever. The reason why he said that was the fact that he said that he did it only like 92 times out of the whole season.
Right.
That was the whole reason why he said what he said, because obviously your numbers won't look like that. So that's why he said what he said.
But now he's going to be asked to do it more. So let's say because I'm expecting him to have mistakes, right? So let's say we drop it down from 120 to 80, 85%. You know what I'm saying? That's still decent. You know what I mean? For him to come and have to get the ball up the middle, throw it in the middle.
You might have to think about interceptions being involved in that.
Well, I'm expecting him to have more interceptions.
Yeah. The interceptions are going to go up. The interceptions are going to go up.
I get what you're saying, Lo, like, because you're saying the sample size isn't big enough.
Right.
But here's the thing. When you look at the sample size now, it doesn't say he can't do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's what they're saying, Lo. They're saying
people are saying he can't do it. And it's a false
and I'm like,
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like we're saying, okay, but he can when told to. And we have there is sample enough to show us that he can, but to just outright say that he can't, he doesn't like it, it's a problem. No, I don't like those adjectives that you're using to describe this, like to describe why he can't do it, don't work for me when I look at his, like what Philly said, what Philly 500 said. His percentage was like 77%. Like shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because he don't doesn't mean he can't. You know, and that's the silly thing. Is that's why I thought that was a stupid ass take by Sills. Small sample size, but
the reason why I say what I say because of the fact that like you said, a sample size. It is a sample size because he don't do it too much. Because look at Shaquille O'Neal. He shot 1 3-pointer in his whole career and he made it. You feel me? So he 100%.
At the end of the day, if they result in wins, it really don't even matter.
It don't even.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't matter where the hell you throwing.
Warren, I'm with you 100% because you know that, and that's what kind of sets us aside is that I just want them to fucking win, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's
like
all
at the end of the day, like
I don't give a shit if Jalen's throwing 180 yards.
3,000 for the season.
I don't
if we
care.
win, I don't care.
You know what, Rob? I did this thing. We talked about the NFC East clash and whatnot, and I can remember sitting there and thinking to myself, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a point, there are points in the conversation with these guys, and this is what they will say. Well, take out the winning part. No.
Right, yeah. I watched. I know what he's done.
No. What do you mean?
Why do you keep referring to Jalen playing in the Super Bowl?
That's what they can bank on though, Leo. Like they don't know about that.
That's because they're focused on stats and looking good in a loss instead of looking bad or in a win. That's the thing is that I want to chalk up the dubs. They don't give a shit about that. They want to see Dak for 5,000 yards, 45 touchdowns,
Exactly.
but win 7 games, and this guy is like one of the he's the best quarterback in the NFC.
No, because
Get
the
out of here with
narrative
that.
switched because you can't say now Jalen Hurts has Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, offensive line, the defense. You can't say all that. Now the narrative, if Jalen Hurts is putting up 4,000 to 5,000 yards, now is hey, we gotta get him some help.
Yeah.
And that's what they were saying about Dak. But remember, Dak had a 1,000-yard rusher. He had 2,000-yard receivers. He had a good defense, not the greatest, but he had a good defense one year, and they got bounced in the playoffs.
DV.
Well, he was the number 1 seed when he got bounced against Green Bay.
He had the same offensive system for 2 years with Kellen Moore.
That part too.
The same.
That part too.
Jalen
but
had
here,
him for 1 year.
That's what I'm saying. That you going right where I was going to go with it. He had him for 1 year. With Nick Sirianni, that really is not a great play caller, but he's a great rah-rah guy to the point where he can rally.
Yeah, he's a motivator
to be on the same page. And he had Kellen Moore that brought some type of structure to the Nick Sirianni situation. Yeah. And we already knew that Kellen Moore, his stint here was going to be a stepping stone for him to be the head coach somewhere else. We already knew that. But the way it looks is that Jalen Hurts in his new offensive scheme, because I want to go back to the new offensive scheme. A lot of people don't know what to expect, and that's the exciting part about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to defend. They can't. Nobody knows how to stop it.
Everybody's take on the Philadelphia Eagles is not. It does not line up with the 2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
Right, because it's easy to stop Jalen Hurts. It's easy to stop Jalen Hurts when he's always in shotgun. What happens when he's under center? What happens when the blocking? Because yes, it does come down to the offensive line because we got to take it into consideration. Lane Johnson coming off of Liz Frank, we got to take that into consideration. Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickinson, they went overseas to get surgeries. Yes, we seen them moving well without pads and all that. We really got to see them in like these joint practices and things like that, so we can say, okay, we bet, because the offensive line makes the offense move, and it will help out a lot with Saquon Barkley and his struggles that he had last season, because for some reason Saquon Barkley turned into Miles Sanders of old and started running north to south, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? Because this is not Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley make things happen, and he knows how to break tackles. He's a yards after catch type guy if he gets it out the backfield. I think that Saquon Barkley needs to work on his hands. He needs to be on that jug. He really do, because that I still think about that what was that? The Falcons game we lost.
Yeah,
man. I still think about that, and he dropped the ball, and I'm like, yo, if he would have just grabbed the ball, that would have been a touchdown where he would have walked out.
Oh, that Falcons game?
Yeah.
That's what we but you saw what it resulted to though.
Yeah, we went on a 10 game.
Maybe he needed to make that drop. So
we can run after that.
And I remember that year because everybody was so like, yo, we got too much, we got too early of a bye. That week 5 bye. Too much early. And then I'm like, no. Looking at how it played out, we was 2-2. I said, looking at how it played out, I'm like, I'm happy we had that bye. CJ Gardner-Johnson got his act together because he was getting beat over the top for some reason.
Yeah, he was getting smoked.
Yeah, he was getting smoked. And then after all that, CJ Gardner-Johnson damn near he led the league in interceptions.
Yeah, he was a ball hawk for sure, but he's out of position a lot.
Yeah,
right.
What do y'all think about Makuba coming off injury and coming in? That's safety.
I'm worried about his size. I just hope that he can go in there and be a ball hawk and perform, but his size worries me.
I just want to see him. I need to see him running. I need to see him moving. I need to see live fire exercises.
You know what I need to see, Leo? his birth certificate because his ass looks like he's 35 years old.
Hey, he got that Greg. Hey, remember Greg Oden? Remember Greg
Greg
Oden?
Oden was like that.
Greg Oden
Bro,
looked like
Greg
he was
Oden.
2 years old in college. Like, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah, rookie looked like he was about to retire.
What was cool? All I need to see, like, I play football and I've been on a team where I just need to see a hungry dog. Like I'm on, and everything stemmed from practice. I just need to see you hungry in practice. Cause if I see you hungry in practice, bro, I know you're gonna produce it on the field. Because if you don't produce it on the field during game time, I'm gonna ask you like, what's going on? I'm gonna be like, yo, something really going on with you? Like, what's going on? Like, we been in practice all week, and you killing it, but now it's something crazy. So I just need to see him just really go out there when he training and practice and everything like that and present it. And I just can't wait to see what happened on the preseason. To be honest,
Low,
that's
you hit on something, but I'm gonna take it a step further. I played football too. Like I said, I played cornerback and I played quarterback. When I played cornerback, it was more so that I wanted to fit in with the secondary, if that makes sense. So if you got Reek, you got Coop, you got Q, right? Marcus Epps is a vet, so regardless of how he played and all that, he's going to get some type of playing time. But you, as a second-year player, you didn't really get that many snaps due to injury and all that. And last season or whatever, you coming in, hey, I got these three guys in front of me that I can help out over the top or whatever. You got to show up. That mentality got to be there. Like, I got to fit in with this secondary group because their front seven is going to be there. Zach Bond going to be there. Jahad Campbell, if he's healthy, he's going to be there. If not, we still got X-Man Jr. Then we got the edge. We still got the edge there. Then the defensive line. You got to sit up there and take over the back end. And that's what I'm saying, that when it goes with mindset with these players, you know, we can say they hungry and all that, but like Andrew McCooper got to show improve, because we're looking at him. As soon as we drafted him, a lot of people was like, oh yeah, he could be mentored by CJ Gardner-Johnson before we knew he was going to the Texans. But he was like, they was like, yeah, he can be mentored by CJ Gardner-Johnson because they got similar playing styles. And now we're like, what can he do? Because on a certain instant, you know, like I said earlier, his best play was against Kansas City. And that was a Travis Kelce mistake.
Right, he dropped the ball in the end zone.
Like,
and he picked it up.
right.
Right.
What happens when, like, I seen times when he couldn't wrap a player up, he couldn't tackle. You know, he got beat, or he got beat over the top, or anything like that. That's what I'm saying.
Technique you got to work on. That's technique you got to work on. I mean, sometimes to get over your failures, you got to develop. You got to develop.
And he was a rookie, so what do we realistically expect from him? You know, we don't expect him to go in there and be an Ed Reed, kind of like how Dallas was talking about. You know, Downs going in there, and all of a sudden he's him and Christian Parker are the be all end alls. You know, it's a wrap. They've already won the division. They already punched their ticket to the NFC. Super Bowl. The whole. I mean, it's already a wrap. But see, being realistic about it, Makuba's going to have growing pains. He's still learning. He's going to be all right. I worry about his health more than anything. And honestly, I don't even know why we didn't bring back CJ. His issue when he was with us was Christian Parker. Yep. They were the ones having those shouting matches. And once his ass is gone, well, I don't know why we didn't bring him back, because just like Jalen Carter we were talking about earlier, being that dog, Gardner-Johnson's that dog. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, you know, he'll bang with the best of them, and I don't see why we didn't bring him back, because the problem with him leaving was Christian Parker.
I thought Vic wasn't a fan of him either.
I didn't hear about that.
I'm about to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
I was going to say CJ probably ain't come back because of the fact that you got to understand, at the end of the day, it's business, and we dealing with human beings, and you dealing with that probably didn't want to come back with what you call it. with his agent and everything like that, he he probably didn't feel like some type of way with Howie Roseman or Jeffrey Lurie or something like that. Like that.
Well, the thing about it though,
But when
we brought
you
him.
see,
No, go ahead. You were cut
Yeah,
down.
he cut off. I thought it was
Yeah,
just me.
cut out,
Okay.
Lo.
No, he cut out.
Yeah, Lo, you cut off.
oh my bad. Now I was just saying that CJ probably just probably didn't come back because sometimes behind closed doors when you're dealing with business, the public don't see certain things going on. So maybe CJ probably just wasn't feeling what was going on with the people, the finance department, pretty much to say, and probably like what, yeah, this and that, whatever, whatever. So that probably might even happen or something like that. I'm just speculating, but I'm just
Yeah.
throwing
No,
it
I'm
out.
with you.
No,
Yeah, I'm
you're
with
hitting
you.
on something. You're hitting
Yeah.
on something because at the end of the day, think about it. The first stint when we got him in August of 2022, from the Saints.
Yeah.
He wanted after that year, he wanted to be paid as a safety. He wasn't a safety until he came over to the Eagles.
That's true.
So then when we set up there and said, okay, well, we're gonna let him walk, and he went to the Lions, and then he came back. When he came back, that was the second stint. So now he's thinking in the mindset like, okay, I've been here for 2 stints. We've been to 2 Super Bowls, but I'm here and all that. Yeah, we're gonna have to get paid. Harry Roseman looked at him and said, look, man, I already got something laid out for these young guys and all this other stuff. Hey, we respect you and all that. Hey, we're gonna take you to where you want to go. On top of the antics that he was doing, because yes, he went at it with Christian Parker, and he also like he's a streamer. They don't like that shit either. They don't like that at all. So that's why I think out of everything with the Arthur Judas situation, I think that's what bothered them the most. On top of like indoor, like you could deal with the stuff indoor because it's indoor, but once it start getting public and you start publicizing certain situations, then it's an issue. So that's why I think CJ Gardner-Johnson, that situation, when it became a little bit more public and all that, and then he as soon as he found out he was getting traded to the Texans, he went live with that guy, and it was like it's all love. They respected me, and then he did like the Uno reverse, and then he sat up there and said, "Hey, this is why I got traded." And then so I don't know. Right now he's with the Bills. I don't know if it's going to be a third stint in the CJ.
No, probably not. Probably not. No, you're probably
I'm
right.
surprised Chicago Bears didn't do something with him because he helped the Bears out too.
Yeah.
So
there's clearly an issue with him where his personality isn't meshing with some of these coordinators, where he just can't get that long-term deal that his play deserves, but his attitude doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's good. Shit, there ain't no question about it. But it's just his attitude that kind of gets in the way with it, where he's just been on so many teams already. Because he's not that old, but shit,
he gets in his own way.
Yeah.
And
that's what I don't want to see with Carter, man. I just want to see Carter come in this year, dominate, do his thing, get paid. Let's get it. I don't want it to be a distraction. I just want to get to another Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. And have a good season.
Facts, Rob. Facts.
I'm hoping Carter gets double digits.
Hey Leo, I gotta drop out real quick. I'll be right back.
Handle your business, bro.
All right, brother.
Yo, Carter's gonna be fine, bro. Like I'm not.
I think so.
It's really like the defense. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not too worried about the defense, even with that safety with Marcus Epps or who they say right now. Like even though that's kind of like an open hole. It's just offense, bro. That's it. It's just the offense.
Yeah, I agree.
We all just curious of what this offense is truly going to look like. But when you look at the weapons that we got, so many options, bro. So many options. Like
Warren, one thing I want to see though, bro, I don't mean to cut you off, but to add on to what you're saying, is I honestly, it's cool if we go out and get Crosby. I don't really think that we need it, but if we get it, cool. But honestly, man, I'd like to see a big move on that offensive line. I want to see us to go get like solidify our offensive line with maybe a better guard. To play the right guard. I'd like to see something like that because, as we keep saying in here tonight, man, what's the make or break of our season is going to be our offensive line. And to
Yeah.
me, I want to see us go and solid. Let's go out and get like Elijah Vera Tucker from the Jets. He's just wasting away there any damn way. Let's go out and get
Ooh,
somebody like that to
ooh,
solidify
Rob.
our offensive line.
Ooh, Rob. You
No,
got
no,
it.
no. Yeah, you're right on that. What do you don't like?
Ooh.
What's your thoughts
What's
on
all
the
see?
draft pick, the
Nobody.
lineman, the O line for
Oh,
draft
okay.
picks?
Okay.
I don't want to leave it to chance with that, man. I don't want to leave it to a rookie to go in there.
Yeah.
Go give me a solid right guard that
Yeah.
could go in there to solidify, like how Beckham came in and we got lucky with him coming in and did what he did. Let's
Yeah,
go out and get like a Vera Tucker or one of these good guards that are on a shitty team. We have the draft capital. We got some players that I'm sure they'd like to take off our hands in exchange. But let's go solidify that offensive line so Saquon could get back to
Yep.
1,500 yards.
Yep.
Tank could back him up with another 700 yards, 800 yards,
Yeah,
and
Rob.
take that pressure off of Jalen. Therefore, we could bring those safeties down and open up that field for
Talk
Smitty
that talk, Rob.
Right.
Talk that
and
talk,
Yeah.
Rob.
Stowers and all them, man.
Talk
Right.
I
that
want to
talk,
see
Right.
us to
Rob.
get a good right guard to solidify the deal. That's
And
what
why
I
do
that's
you
why
need.
feel like we haven't done that yet?
Because I don't see anybody at the
Yeah.
right guard position that makes me feel comfortable coming into the season where I felt that way as the season progressed with Beck in our offensive line.
Right. I
and,
get.
and
No,
on
no, no.
top of
I'm
that,
talking about why do you think we haven't made like a move like that yet?
Because I
Like the
haven't seen
Eagles
one.
haven't.
No,
I,
no.
You
I,
haven't
Why do
seen
you think
anybody.
we haven't done
I
it yet?
haven't seen anybody. I don't think I think our right guard's still a question mark this year.
No, 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 no.
Warren,
I
No, no,
get
no.
that part, but why do you
Why do
see
you
like
think we haven't?
Howie
I'm with
hasn't
you,
done
Lauren.
anything yet?
Yeah. Like, why do you?
Yeah,
Why,
Warren,
what do you think is the reason why we haven't done it yet?
Warren,
Oh, I see
Warren.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just have a question for Warren, and that it's going off of your question. Do you think Chris Cupper is a better equipped influence on an offensive lineman that wants to be successful as and it's not fair to Chris Cupper or Cooper, but then what we had in Stoutland.
Ask that question again.
Do you think that Chris Cupper is one of those guys? Because I heard so many Eagles fans say, "Oh, we should get Becton back," but I'm like, Becton was successful
Under
From
Stoutland.
Stoutland University,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like he was
So
successful
under
under Stoutland. Like
right,
when it comes to Cooper, like it's kind of like Sean Mannion. I'll be honest with you. We really don't know what he's looking for, and we don't know how he's going to have this offensive line. Like we can only go based on what the offensive linemen are saying. I know Cam Jurgens when they interviewed him, he said that you can show your athleticism with the new scheme that they have. Like
right.
hell, we thought Stoutland was already doing that with them with all the pulling they were doing. So
Right.
clearly there's something that they're doing on the offensive line to where the offensive linemen feel confident about it, which honestly is going to make me feel confident about it.
Mhm.
But I really don't know what type of offensive line coach this is. We can only see it through time and based off his history. Like I don't what was the Vikings offensive line looking like? A lot of
But
like ex
they were
Vikings
banged
fans
up
said
though.
that yeah, a lot of ex Vikings fans said that they were dealing with so many injuries on the offensive line side to where you really didn't see like what that
Potential,
offensive line
right?
truly was supposed to look like.
Right.
So
He averaged a fourth ranked offensive line. They were ranked fourth.
and think about it, and that was with players that were like backups.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there was a lot of offensive linemen that were injured. So it's like I said, we really don't know. But if you're saying, I know Rob was saying we should go get a lineman, and my
Mhm.
thing is like, why not do that? Why didn't the Eagles do that soon as like the new window opened for draft picks and all that? That was the only reason why I was asking that. I
I'm
just
thinking. I'm.
Well, I think because they were draft. I mean, I thought we were going to go and get that kid from Penn State in the
yeah.
Right.
draft. Thing is that they were. Why I don't think we addressed it is because our position of where we were drafting didn't allow us to address it when we wanted to address it. And instead of reaching in that first round for the fourth or fifth best lineman, especially at guard,
Yeah.
You know, we took the best or the second best wide receiver off the board.
Right.
You know, I mean, those guys went early. You know, as
They
far as
were.
all the tackles and the guards went early, and by that time it was a reach. When it was already our time to pick. Should we have traded up? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, it fell the way it did, like played out the way it did. So I'd have rather taken Lemon, knowing that we had a position of need with AJ being gone, as opposed to reaching for the fourth or fifth best lineman by the time we drafted.
Now,
There was a lot of people talking about alignment too when we were going into the draft.
I was one of them. But
Yeah, me too.
I'll say this, Rob. I'm like you. I want that to happen too. Let's pick up a quality veteran on the O line. But here's the thing: the caveat being that veteran being identified by Chris Cupper.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like I want that, but I want it to be his guy, not just a guy, not like a Mekhi Becton. Like I don't need. You know, because
we don't know what Beck is going to truly do now.
It
Yeah,
has to fit the scheme with the zone pulls, the Kubiak way of how he was doing things. So they ran that here in Denver a lot, especially back in the day, even when Terrell Davis was running for Denver. I live in Denver for some of you that don't know. So, I mean, I obviously catch a lot of Bronco games here. You know, and those zone blocks that they do is kind of what we're pretty much implementing in Philly this year with Cooper being the lineman, the offensive line coach. So with that being said, I don't think Becton is the right kind of. We need athletic guards, like you know, kind of like the Jason Kelsey, but at a guard position, where he can pull and he's athletic, good feet, kind of thing. Where Becton, I don't think would fit that. But someone like Vera Tucker or someone like that is more athletic, I think, you know, could fit the bill. And I think our common denominator that we've been talking about for this whole live stream is I think our success this upcoming season is going to be based upon our offensive line. That's what's going to keep be the catalyst.
So we all in agreement that Tyler Steen is not it at right guard.
I don't think so.
No, he can be replaced.
How we like him? How we like him still? He like him. He likes Tyler Steen.
Yeah, probably because
not right now. Not right now.
He's like remember how shitty Jason Kelsey was when his first couple years here.
Yeah, and people wanted him out. And now he's a vet. Right.
Now, like it's like that. But then at the same time, I also think that you know, I still kind of want to see with the athleticism side of it all that not only Lane and Juergens, but also Jordan Mailata said something about it too. So now I want to see how Willie Lampkin is going to look. You know, I've been dying to see this guy because I want to know what the fuss is all about. You know, like what? Because that's why the Rams are mad at us. They're mad at us over Willie Lampkin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they're all pissed off about the most. And the fact that the rest of the league is saying shit like, damn, that was fucked up what y'all did, Philly, with Willie Lampkin. Okay, then what the fuck? Who the fuck is this dude? What's all the fuss about? I just want to see. I've heard all the stories, I've seen it, but I just got to see it. Like, you know, what the hell?
Did we pay Cam Juergens?
No, but that was like last year.
Yeah,
we did.
Cam's paid. Yep.
Yeah, he's paid already.
Matter of fact,
the whole offensive line is paid.
The whole offensive line is paid. Even Tyler Steen.
Yeah.
No,
Steen is still on that rookie.
Cam got 4 for 68. So yeah, we wrapped him up. I think last year. I think it was last year.
I thought we got Cam Juergens that 2022 year, right? I mean that after the 2022 Super Bowl, right?
He came the same year we got Nakobe and Jordan.
Yeah. So
it was Jordan, Juergens, and then Nakobe.
Because Juergens was the one that Kelsey picked.
I thought we got Cam the same year that we got Jalen Carter.
No,
because remember he played guard next to Kelsey for that 1 year.
Yeah, he did. But that was the same year.
We got him our Super Bowl year, the one that we lost.
Yeah,
he was a rookie that year.
He was a rookie.
So he was a rookie. So he was our guard. Going into the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Because remember, Lane Johnson didn't want him as the guard because he thought that he was too small. He wanted a bigger guard. Yeah. That was the same year.
And then they make the Pro Bowl as a guard, or was that just Juergens that made it? Juergens made the Pro Bowl as a guard.
No, I think he only made it as a center.
He came in as a center, but he played guard.
Yeah, and
he played guard. He played guard.
Yeah, he played guard, but I don't think he went to the Pro Bowl.
He went to the Pro Bowl in 24 and 25.
Oh, so he did go in 24. Oh, 24 and
As
25.
the center, though. As
the year we won the Super Bowl, and then last
He
year.
was the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was both playing center.
And then
Correct.
Steve made the Pro Bowl too.
Yeah.
Did Steve make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah. I think Tyler Steen made the Pro.
No, he didn't.
Hey Siri.
No, I don't think he did.
Tyler Steen didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Forthfield said they
absolutely not.
21.
He
It
said,
was
Tyler Steen
Smitty,
didn't make it to
Landon,
the
and
Pro Bowl.
Miller.
Tyler Steen never made it to the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah. Cam
Absolutely
Jurgens
not.
came in the 2022 NFL
Yeah.
draft. Okay.
Yeah. The year we won we lost the Super Bowl.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the second
Tyler
round.
Steen didn't make the Pro Bowl. Yeah, he never made the Pro
I'm sorry. Tyler Steen did not be selected to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't think he made
Bowl.
it.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah,
But
he
Tyler
never made
Steen was the most consistent last year, though, as far as
Yeah, 'cause
linemen,
he
because
was the
everybody
most
kept
healthy.
falling off.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
he wasn't-
Well, he was the
It
most
was
healthy,
easy,
but he definitely.
but it was easy. It was
lacked in
easy to
talent.
do
No.
that. It was easy to do that because everybody was banged up besides Jordan Mailata.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
And then on top of that, going back to my whole thing about the mindset of being that rotational player or that bench player, Tyler Steen got benched for Becton. And Becton, remember Becton when he first got to the Eagles and all that, he was throwing up before play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And
that.
then he took over, came here, gained some type of rapport with Saquon Barkley in that running game. He helped out the running game. He went to the Chargers, got a bag, even though I don't know how that didn't end up in his glory, but that was all Jeff Stoutland.
I was just going to say that. That's
Yeah.
Stoutland. He's just a product of the environment.
Yeah.
He's just a product of an environment.
So then you come into the following year and you don't have Becton in front of you. So yes, I expect for you to sit up there and try to show out, but then you don't have nothing to go against because the rest of the line is banged up.
Yeah, you the only
Yeah.
So
you're comfortable because there's no competition
right now.
Right. You get a little
And they
comfortable
weren't
there.
trying to put any rookies out there. They were not
Right.
trying to put any rookies out there.
Well, Keegan ended up being a bust anyway because they thought that Trevor
Yeah.
Keegan could come in from Michigan and
Yeah.
play guard. And
Where is he at now?
he went to Dallas and then got cut. And so I don't even know if he's even in the league.
Oh, Dallas cut him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
I forgot all about him. That's right. Damn.
And he was supposed to be like the real
They were
deal
talking
coming out
him
of
up.
Michigan.
Yeah, they were talking him up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, fellas, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be cutting this short tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an early morning tomorrow. It's little man's last day of school.
Oh yeah, summers.
Oh, dang, y'all still doing school up there?
Right.
Yeah, tomorrow's the last day of school for these kids here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I promised him I hook him up early in the morning, so we're gonna go do something before he actually goes to school. I'm gonna
That's
get him
what's
off
up.
on his last day right. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to say thank you all for being here tonight.
Great
Again,
show.
this is another hell of a show. You know, we went for 2 hours and almost 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And we could go for another hour or two. You know what I'm saying? I won't do that to y'all tonight, but you know, thank you for coming in. You know what I'm saying? Lo, I'm gonna let you start off with the final word real quick. Why don't you give it to us? Hook us up.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate all you guys. I know you, Leo, you always say this is not an Eagle safe place, but to be honest with you, this is a safe place for me. You know, I enjoy talking football to you guys, even I ain't never met none of y'all guys, but I promise you, if we was to chill, hang out, it'd be a good environment. You know what I'm saying? Phelps, you my guy. Warren, I love to meet you. Drew, I love to meet you. Leo, Robbie, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody in here. You know, I just love to meet all you guys. You know what I mean? Eagle fans, everything. Just vibe and chill and relax, man. But I just want to say, happy Father's Day, belated. I ain't never seen nothing to nobody. I ain't been in here in a minute, but Happy Father's Day. But at the end of the
Thank you.
day,
Thank you.
you already know. Go
Right
Birds, and I
back at
love
you.
talking about my
Go
Eagles all
Birds.
day, every day, man.
Man, oh man. All right, man. Hey, Drew, man, hook us up, bro. Give us your word.
Hey
Eagles
man,
apologists.
always a pleasure, man. King DV, man, appreciate you dropping in. You know, Robe, Warren, Fells, Sergeant, Low, you know,
Yes,
Leo, I
sir.
appreciate y'all, man. And we do got to have some type of location at a game or something, man. We gotta make it happen one day, man. But you know, I think it's you know, the I think season, you know, right now everybody's just kind of in relaxed mode and chilling. You know, we just hope nobody do anything stupid. You know, I think our guys will get signed. I think, you know, we still have Howie Tremaine Roseman. And, you know, Tremaine will get it done. So no worries. We're going to be fine. I'm really excited about the season. Yeah, man. I'm expecting big things for the Birds this year, man. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go
Hey,
Birds.
King DV, hook us up, bro.
Look, man. Like I said, it's always a pleasure. You know, to talk Eagles amongst other Eagles content creators / fans. Talking to the comment section. Regardless of where I'm at, man, as always, go Birds first. And
Go Birds.
also just stand up guys to the point where you know we can sit there and talk football, even if we don't agree. You know, we can understand the logic of like why. You know what I'm saying? Like why
Yes.
we're taking that. So
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of the debates that we normally have here. So I'm all for it, man. As always, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, and you know,
Go
DB
Birds.
signing out.
Go ahead, Rob. It's on you, bro.
Hey, Leo, King, Drew, my brother, Fells, Warren, Low Eagles, man. I love talking football. I love talking Birds. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys. You guys are family. Love you guys. I expect a
Love you
big
too,
season.
brother.
Anything less than a Super Bowl win is just a failure to me. Let's just go out this year and get it done.
I heard that.
Hey,
Sorry,
Rob,
made
I
you
Facts. I
love
felt.
that
know that's
shirt,
right.
man. That
Yeah.
shirt is fire, dude.
Yeah, I
Fire.
do
Thanks, bro.
too.
It
I
is.
Thanks.
do too.
Yeah. Sorry, made you felt. Come on deck, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Like I always say, thank you for having me on, brother. Thank your family. Thank your team. Thank everybody in the building that was in the chat and everybody that was just watching. All my brothers on the panel, man. Great work tonight, man. Always good conversation. Just the way we rolling smoothly through things,
Yes,
just like
sir.
we supposed to. It's the summertime. It's about to be 90 plus. Hey, Drew, I think it's like 106 near you. Nobody got time for all that nonsense, man. Let's just go ahead and run through. You know, man. No, we doing we. It's love hearing my brothers talking. Everybody had their opinions on the development of the squad. I'm excited as well, but I don't really have to talk too much anymore because of the great work that you guys is doing. I done pretty much said almost everything that you guys been saying.
You have.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
You have.
So I've been on Team Birds forever. Like I said, you know, King DV, I was born a bird. Rob Bay, I was born a bird. You know what I mean? So it's love hearing people with the same thought, but it's also like y'all looking at it from a different perspective as well.
Yeah.
And it comes together and it's like, okay, we seeing the whole picture now.
Yeah.
When we actually put everything together, we're combining the defense by every level. We're combining the offense by every level. And we're clashing those two together, see what improvements we got to make, because it's only one thing we have in mind as we know our window is open for, and that's another Vince Lombardi. I
Yeah.
That's
don't
it.
really care if Jalen throw 3,500 yards. I don't
Nope.
care if the a running game run for over two stacks combined. I don't
Yes,
really
sir.
care about their numbers. I care about the wins and the losses. If that 3,500 add up to 14 wins, I'm all with it. If that 3,500 don't add up to no playoff appearance, it's we sitting home. I'm not happy.
That's
I
right.
Hey,
could care
Fells,
less
hey,
about
Fells,
that
hey,
thing.
Fells, hey, Fells, hey,
What's up?
Fells. I ain't gonna cut you off real quick, but
No,
I
go
told
ahead.
Leo before. He told me to repeat it again. The only thing
Uh,
that matters is what's on the left and what's on the right.
Yes, sir.
Facts, man. I
That's
only
it.
care about the ones that's going to lead us to the postseason play. And what we trying to do is get our rings back.
Bet.
Yeah.
I
Every
like
year's
talking
ring.
about all the teams, but I like to highlight a team that we never really talk about. And that is the defending Super Bowl champions, man. If we felt disrespected when they wasn't giving us our credit last year for being the champs, I would be a hypocrite if I didn't actually salute Seattle. They got the
Fact.
job done. We got to go back to the lab, rebuild, restructure this thing and see how this offense go. I got confidence because I believe that the play calling and the diagrams, the offensive schemes, the routes, I think they are going to be so much better than what we've been seeing. We've been
Yeah.
seeing about 8, 9 plays a game. Like, aren't we all trying to say we would like to see some intricate where you can actually scheme one of these guys open in crunch time? Not
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the game when the heat is on. If it's 14-14 or 14-13 and you need this drive to win the game, I don't want to see no more passes thrown in the middle and see the receiver triple covered. I want you to actually hit the guy that's open. And
Yeah.
hopefully we can start doing that. We get our timing together. Y'all was talking about we never play in the preseason. I mentioned that. But I think this year we might have to play a few reps
Yeah.
just so the offense can get familiar with Minion's scheme and these diagrams and these plays. I believe they gotta at least play maybe 2, 3 possessions at first. We already know the last game they're not playing at all.
Right.
But the first game or maybe the first 2 games, just to get some kind of flow and rhythm with each other, the timing down. You need an opponent to be able to come at you full steam so you can see how y'all can really work these plays.
Yeah.
They need to do that at least 3, I would say 3 possessions. If they go 1, 2, 3 punt, I want to see them back out there and see if they can move this ball. But the defense, we definitely got, I think we all in agreement about how this defense is getting ready to do things I don't even think we seen them do when we broke records with the old one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're
That's
in a
true.
great space,
That's true.
man. I just
That's
think
true.
we want to get what we do, but we got to build it up. We got this one game at a time mentality here. So who's first on the list is Washington, and that's we trying to go 1-0 every week for 17
Yep.
weeks.
Yeah.
That's the first
There you
body.
go.
That's how
You
we
know,
got to really do this thing. No, go ahead. My
no, no,
bad,
no. Go
brother.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
For
ahead. Finish.
being long-winded. My bad,
No,
brothers.
no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Phelps,
oh no, I was really done, man. I just
go.
appreciate the guys, man. Even the guys that didn't show up, they great brothers as well today. Happy Father's Day to y'all guys, man, once again.
Same to y'all,
And
man.
let's just keep building this squad because the 90 we going to cut, like I said before, is going to be crazy what kind of players we end up losing.
I just
It's
want to
some of
say.
these positions. Uh-huh.
I just want to say, Phelps. I know you didn't say much during the show, but you
Right.
literally just said the whole show in your final word.
Literally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm not saying it
Oh,
because I'm not saying because it's long winded or
my
anything like
bad.
that. No,
Summed it up.
I'm just saying, like, God damn, you literally just said the whole fucking show
Yeah.
in your final word,
Summed
and
it up, bro.
What?
covered the shit we ain't even talk about.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that's what
Seattle,
happens when you
Washington.
got
Yeah.
great guys on the panel that know what they're talking about. You're actually listening.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you
yeah.
could be able to go to the end of the test. When you take that test, man, the teacher comes snatch that paper up, boy. You better have all them questions answered.
My
Yeah.
man, my
You
man,
know what I mean? So if I'm paying attention to the panel when y'all actually talking some good sports, man, I'm listening.
my
I don't
man.
really have to say much when it's common sense on the board.
All right, now.
It's
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you good. Go
All
ahead.
right, all right. You know what, Warren?
Good stuff, fellas.
You literally get the
Salute, brother.
final word, bro. So go ahead, man.
No, at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody on the panel. It's always good getting new people on and getting their side of it. It seems like we all kind of agree at the same with the same stuff. We just going about it differently. Um, there's really no need to overcomplicate this, fellas. Like we know the defense we got. We know the
Yeah.
defense we got. Other teams don't. They gonna recognize it. And they gonna see what type of defense we have. We don't know what's going on the offense, but that's what makes us curious. Like I'm pretty sure we're excited, but we're more curious how this
Right.
offense is really gonna look, and that's what keeps us going. But we only got a few more weeks left to the football season, and it's good to know that we can all come on here and talk ball, even though like
It's the
we still
setup for
got time,
the
but it makes it easy. It
it's the
makes
setup for
the
the season, Warren.
exactly. It makes
Yep.
the week go
Yep.
by fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the end of the day, like I'm uber confident about this team, bro. Like
Yeah.
there's so many issues we saw last season and we're realizing it now and a lot of more stuff is coming out. Like I'm about to watch this whole Bryce Huff interview where he talks about what he saw in Philly and what issues he
Right.
had there. So it's like all types of stuff coming out. But
Nice.
yeah, at the end of the day, like we gonna be good, bro. We definitely gonna be good.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now look,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, I just want to say, please make sure y'all go to the Eagles Collective podcast and sub up. Make sure you go to King DV Sports and sub up. Make sure you go on over to the Eagles Apologist, Eagles Drew, and sub up. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all.
And do make sure you sub up. You know, and this is I'm strictly talking to the folks who are watching this on the record. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done so, and make sure you like the button too. Hit the like button and subscribe. All right.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, I'll catch all of you right
Hey,
now.
Leo.
Yo,
Hey, Leo.
yo,
Did we get King DV?
Hey.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, I'm just gonna get one last thing real quick. I was gonna rock out because that season when we won the Super Bowl, my man kept laughing at me because I always hit him with the DJ Khaled, another one.
Another.
And literally every week he was bugging. He was like, "Y'all want again? Y'all want a Super Bowl?"
Another.
So at the end of the day, I just want to say, DJ Khaled, what is born this season? We going for another one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Another.
All right. With that, I will say, see y'all right back here on the Birds section. Go Birds! Oh,
Go
Birds.
peace.
Peace. Yes, sir.
All right.